And we are back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 102. So, hope you guys had a great weekend. We are almost into the ending of this holiday season. So, is Santa a real thing? Come on, because I want to sit on Santa's lap this year and have him come over to my house and give me some presents. You guys told your kid Santa isn't real. You guys are pieces of shit. Oh my God!
I did it. My oldest knows. The rest don't know. They still think he's real.
Someone figured it out.
Did Santa get you to sit on his lap by saying, sit on my lap and we'll do the first thing that comes up? Is that why you were so anxious?
I willingly wanted to sleep on his lap. I was like, hey, Santa, can I sit here?
Did Santa play hide the candy cane and show you where all the milk is?
Oh, this was in a public mall. Are you telling me about a childhood trauma? Nevertheless, as you guys see here, there's obviously some new faces here because we had a person who wasn't going to be here anymore. So I was like, you know what? Time for some changes. It's like in The Dark Knight when the Joker was trying to get some men. He was like, it's time to start tryouts, So Sammy, the guy you see over there, Syfax, the other white guy, and Bob. Actually, it was Bob. Okay. And Old Man Slater, these are your newest guys for Monday. We're just gonna just chill tonight, have fun with the bros, talk about I don't know why women stink and why we don't listen to them ever, and just do that. Get a cigar and just chill. I thought no pressure. We just talk and have a good time. And Slater down there, he's got Pac-Man arcade machine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. It's nice.
Hell
I like that. And Arza, he's fucking
just set piece.
A 2000s kid who doesn't buy DVDs. He prefers to buy VHS.
I buy DVDs too.
He just doesn't watch them. He just doesn't watch them.
We don't believe you.
Right.
No, he buys them. He just doesn't watch them.
I don't have any in my room. Okay, they're all downstairs in my parents' living room.
Right. And no, we're not gonna have clan meeting episode 1. I'm not gonna wear a clan outfit. We discussed this. That's only for Rumble exclusive. I'm just kidding. All right, let's start with intros and then we'll just start guy talk. All right, Syfax, how was your weekend, man? What's going on, dude?
It was good. Just been hanging out, trying to. I don't know. It's been cold out here. Sorry, my cat always, as soon as I start talking, always jumps in my lap. God, she's annoying. But yeah, no, it's been good. Just been chilling, trying to, get the memories of what's it called, Craven out of my head because that was.
You willingly went to go see that? That's crazy.
Well, I went because it was like Chris Gore, DA, Paul Chato, a bunch of people. There was 10 of us, like a bunch of YouTube people, and I was like, oh, cool, I get to meet some of these guys because I know some of them in person, but there's a few of them that are from Canada, like Script Doctor and stuff. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll never get to meet these guys ever again other than today. So why not? But then we all watched that and that was awful.
I'll just up with this. I knew what time it was after I watched Morbius and I literally walked outside because my movie theater is next to this highway where it has a bunch of city connections and stuff like that. Woo! I walked there and I was like, you know what? I could end my life right now after watching this and no one would fucking care. Literally, Morbius made me actually want to end my life. Literally was one of the worst things I've ever watched. But to be fair, what made Morbius sweeter was that I came home and people started calling it one of the movies ever made. I was like,
Morbius.
I can't believe just out of at least if the universe is over, Morbius gave us one of the best new ways to shit on a bad movie. It was certainly a movie ever made. Whoever made that up is a fucking genius. That was, oh God.
Morbius.
I like how the internet convinced Sony to re-release it too.
Yeah, no, that was the best. Actually, that's the one thing that I like to do every single time. That's the way that we can top it. It was if we can ever convince oh, that was bad, let's convince them to bring it back into theaters. If we can ever convince them to do that again, that's the way.
Mark my words, 20, 30 years down the road, they can still release that thing every year, like a midnight viewing, and people are going to go there in costume and do shit, kind of like they do with Rocky Horror.
I'm going to say it again.
But Rocky Horror is actually good, though. I mean, this one.
Watch, though. Watch. Mark my words.
How many years? About 3 years. Morbius 4-year anniversary next year. We're gonna celebrate it here. We're gonna celebrate it. No one appreciates the greatness of Morbius. We will.
I'll dress like Jared Leto.
Look, I'm gonna say it. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Morbius was not that bad.
Well, you know.
It's more than time.
We're a 6-person show now.
The guys, and he lost his chance. Good Lord, man. Good. You know what's crazy? I have the video coming out that I told you guys I was going to do about the whole like universe getting canceled. There's a part in I almost died in the video. Sony's actually convinced they made money making Morbius. That's crazy. Now we okay. That's
maybe he made up for it in physical sales.
So I saw something today saying that Venom made enough money to cover Morbius, Madam Web, and Craven.
Sounds like a Ponzi scheme.
That 3 trilogy made enough money to cover those 3 failures.
Oh yeah,
barely.
I just like how
like
this
$20
was the movie where Sony was like, "Fuck, we might be doing something wrong. We might have to start over." And I was like, "This was the film."
I like how
You mean all the movies that the Spider-Man villains you put out without Spider-Man? Yeah, this was the one.
You know what's crazy? They actually got to Craven the Hunter, and they were like, "You know what? Now it's time to end it."
Yeah,
and we're finding out now they could have used Tom Holland in all those fucking movies.
That was the funniest thing. I actually I'm not even shitting you guys. Actually, at work when I read that, I was just bullshitting. I was just going through my phone. I was like, they could have just willingly used him because for other movie theaters, not movie theaters. For other movies you kind of can't because of like legal reasons, which is understandable. No, they're willingly acting retarded. They like actually just want to fail. I was like, no, just burn it all. Actually, want every one of the movies to fail.
Rumors running around that they're trying to package it to Disney, for them to buy it so Marvel can have it back, and Disney's packaging Marvel to sell off.
I just don't get it.
It's a race straight to the bottom.
Like you could have just straight up used Spider-Man willingly. There was no legal constraint.
But you see, that makes too much sense to do that.
Right.
Logical.
Well,
yeah, no, that's like buying that's like spending like $40 on like one of those big ass like popcorn buckets that they're having out, and then like not putting popcorn in it. You're like, no, it's gonna go right on the ledge.
Gosh.
I just want to hold the bucket in the theater.
I just like to waste my money.
That Warhammer one, the hammer one for what is it? That War of the Warhammer or whatever. You have to build it yourself.
Yeah.
What?
And really? So, there was a guy in the theater
might
like,
be the hero that we need right now.
No, it's a shit movie.
No. In the statement, Warner Brothers even admitted the movie's rushed. Do you know how we like as fans always say, "Oh, we don't know if they're really doing the right things, and we kind of suspect they're kind of stupid." No, they're just admitting it now. They're stupid. I love it.
Okay, but they might be doing it to keep the rights out of Amazon's hands.
That's what I'm betting.
Oh, sorry, New Line Cinema. They're supposed to keep it out of They wanted to make the movie so New Line Cinema could retain the rights, but it's like, I hate people. I hate it.
All the new guys here, before you read the Quentin stuff and think, this is what he does every week. He comes in and like and picks like who we look like. It just kind of like he roasts us. That's his thing.
All right, Sammy, how was your week, man? How you doing, dude?
My weekend was great. I just played a wonderful show out in Lansing, Michigan, and after that, I had my news show where we talked about Lily Thomas. She's the woman who's striving to have sex with 1,000 men in one day.
Yeah, the human monster.
Yeah, but we also talked about how she didn't have to have lunch that day because she.
Oh my god! All right.
Moving on.
Well, she slept with them. It says she blew them.
Do you know what's
she also realized mid interview that she didn't realize that like sucking dick might lead to HIV. So like it was a whole thing. Check out my show. Yeah, we went into it, but also there were people going, we couldn't go in there because of the smell. But she's also like, I didn't have to have a tuna sandwich for lunch because I had spunk.
Overloaded on protein that day.
Way too much what protein. You were saying.
Yeah, she can't be a vegan.
I don't know which guy who she was attempting to have sex with. There was actually a guy. There was a guy that brought her flowers. I shit you not. There's actually a guy that brought her flowers. Imagine just seeing her right there, a human cum dumpster filled with everyone's liquids. And no, here, lady, here, my lady, you can have the flowers for your soul.
Oh no! I was talking about that earlier. I was positive, like guy number 63 out of 100 was like, I think she's gonna call. I think we made a genuine connection.
Okay,
we made eye contact, boys. We made eye contact.
I'll ask you guys this: do you guys think she gave up her asshole? She had to have. There's no way the other parts.
I feel like she had to save time.
to do what she did. I get autism when I see shit like this, and I look up all the details of how it counts. It has to be vaginal.
She's
amount of
shooting for
time.
1,000 next.
Yes. Well,
1,000.
there's a woman that did 8. Was it 800? Is the record?
I think it's like
I don't know,
900
but
something.
she's shooting for the fences. On this one,
Yeah.
she was like, you know what? I'm going for 1,000, mate.
I'm
And
sorry,
like,
Bob's here going like, man, I want to talk about some movies, and I'm getting the adult movies section already.
He's like, all right, let me close that file folder. Let me open
I
this folder.
didn't make the news. I didn't ask for Lily. She just fell
I'm
into
just
my
pointing
lap.
out, if you're a guy and you actually slept with her and you brought her flowers, this is the reason why dudes can't get women. I know modern women are trash, but that's the reason why dudes don't get women. That is simping on
Now,
levels that are
listen though.
terrible.
Look, listen to me here. We're talking about the guy. So he may not he succeeded. We're talking about the guy after it happened.
See, but not all
positive
press
way.
is good press.
See, I was just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of a lie nowadays. You know that the whole.
The only thing I could hope
the idea
with,
that
if
it's
he brought
good.
her flowers, that he at least got a few extra minutes. You know, that's the only thing I could hope.
He got back in
I will
line.
give you. I will give you two things.
She never skipped the line.
There's two things that I'm sure of. If I was gonna do this, where I was shooting for, now keep in mind she already did the 100. We discussed that she didn't realize that HIV is sexually transmitted.
And people say women should vote. People actually think
Yeah.
women should vote with logic like that. That's
But
crazy.
she was like, now I'm going for 1,000. I would be like scoping like out every like premature ejaculator anonymous, going like just to get the numbers out of there. Going,
I gotta
like,
ask. Do you guys think
she's
there's
like
a-
next. But the other thing that I would be doing just to consolidate time is, maybe like some of this.
That's
well,
like
you
that.
know, like,
For it to count, it's got to be a certain amount of actual
yeah,
sex.
that's
like 30
the
seconds.
thing. It's like baseball numbers. It
I'm
has to
glad we are
go
like literally
in the front hole.
analyzing her getting fucked by
and it has to be
50
done a
guys
certain
at
amount of
once.
like seconds.
No,
So
I
there's a
didn't say
timer.
this. Guinness Book of
Implement
World
the,
Records said this.
Oh my
Gotta
god,
implement the middle out.
was like,
willingly.
You gotta
You think
implement
they're gonna-
middle out from
Yep.
Silicon Valley, man.
Do you think they're gonna
Yeah.
strike this record from the books entirely, like
no,
they do with a bunch of other
it's
records?
being counted. She's already in talks.
But no,
I've
it's like-
done the research.
Imagine
Guinness
being
has
the
dropped
like,
a bunch of records.
imagine being the record guy sitting there going like, all right, that one counted. All right, next.
Here, no, you want to hear something sad? Imagine being guy number 999. Okay, guy 1,000 was like, hey, I did something, but guy 199 is just like,
What are you talking about?
oh, it
Dude,
smells
guy
in here.
781.
Oh,
He's just
it
in that
smells
like
little
ass
Bugatti.
and latex.
What he's saying is like
and
he came
condoms.
999 comes so close to fame. He's
It just comes in and goes, man, that tuna sandwich smells really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
I gotta ask,
like,
I gotta ask.
her.
Do you guys think there was a too short to ride sign in?
Oh no, we
I
also
don't
thought
think
that
this
Numbers.
because we also planned this out. If I were her, I would plan this out by race. I'd have them all get in line. I'd be like from black guy to Asian. Like you'd want the black guys to go in like hard and quick, and then by the Asians you don't even feel it, right?
Just on your
promoting
phone.
And you're
back
just
there,
laying.
Flappy
Yeah, you're
Bird.
just
like
laying
a
there.
But wait, but wouldn't you want to go backwards when by the time you're numb, then you get the
Okay.
black dudes in there?
I don't know what it's like to be plowed by 1,000 guys.
Well, you brought it up.
MSK, tell us what it's like.
So who does? Who your nose?
When the black guys
Ours,
and whites
ours.
and
How
Mexicans
how
come
does
in
that go usually? No.
That's right. Like so, when
I
the
don't know why
black
Sci-Fi
guys,
just said the same joke I did, but louder.
so when the black guys and the Mexicans and the white guys go in their house to fuck her, did she like segregate them off? Black guys in one room, white guys in another room. She just called them out. Black guy number 3, you can pound my snow bunny full of jizz on the announcer call.
I gotta ask, do you guys think that they had to make sure no one was doing it because they got impatient?
Listen, man, I've been covering this story for 48 hours. I brushed my teeth and drank orange juice just to feel something.
Just to see if you still had feelings of hating at you somewhere.
Okay, so with her, was it like the guy gets to go next and have sex with her? Because is she still gonna be wet after that? Because like if you're eating her out, you ate out like
You don't get to.
You don't
That's
eat
not
her
part
out.
of it.
Okay?
I would think
okay.
If you
When,
want-
when there's a
Fucking literally.
1,000 train, when there's a guy.
Imagine tasting 90 dudes come.
Okay,
You literally
okay,
walk in,
I'm just
put it
throwing this
in, do
out
your
there.
shit, and leave.
Wait, I thought that was
Yeah,
what MSK
that's
drank
it.
for
You do your
breakfast.
shit and leave. Yeah. When there's a 1,000 trains, 1,000 guy train.
Oh
You
shit.
don't like do foreplay. You just nut and go.
Oh shit.
Okay, I gotta
Okay.
ask.
Look,
Would it be a shortcut if it was just one really long human centipede?
Okay. So,
dude,
speaking
they
of
had
speaking of
in the
intros,
line, keeping like the guys hard.
Okay. All right. Speaking of intros, Bob, how was your week, man?
I'm Sam, by the way.
No, my week was pretty good. Spent it working. I remember telling you I work 7 days a week, so one day is just like any other day. I did see Craven. It was pretty bad. But you know what? I actually enjoy it when the movie's bad because I have more fun putting my reviews together when it's bad. I get a lot more sarcastic when it's bad.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I have more fun putting that review together. So
same here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had a good time putting this one together because boy, this was. Let's put it this way: Sony didn't disappoint on this one.
If there was a movie that was written by AI, it was this one though, like by a lot.
I don't know. I think AI could have done a better
Was
job.
the director was like, wait till you see the film, and then everyone saw the film and were like,
he said, give it a chance. Remember,
what are we looking for?
No, it was Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was like, please give it a chance. It's not going to be like the other ones. Why would you believe that if you've seen the other ones? Only an idiot will believe that. Like, you
it was bad.
Stupid.
It was bad. And I mean, it was laughably bad in so many ways. I mean, just whether it be from the acting, directing to editing, writing,
so basically the entire
dialogue, you name it was bad. I don't think there was one positive area in well, maybe
I'm not gonna lie,
positives, but
we're gonna have to use. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna have to use that line whenever you're on when these movies get talked about. Sony did not disappoint. That's saying something. Holy shit!
Sony'd.
I like that better. Sony'd. Because I mean, it was exactly as bad as what the other ones were. I mean, I don't think I didn't think they could get any worse. I don't think it was as bad as Madam Web, but it was right up there. It was pretty close.
It's pretty bad. Like the Rhino, some of the Rhino's lines are terrible.
Sorry.
Not to be fair, all of their lines were terrible. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
No, but
like he does a laugh at one point, and it's
had
so
to be
ridiculous.
in the same universe. Madam Web. Like you're okay. In the Marvel universe, you had Iron Man, you had the Hulk. It was like who was in his cinematic universe is like Madam Web, Morbius, and then out of all of that, they went. This one might be the one that.
And then remember, they took Vulture from the MCU and put him in here. And Michael Keaton's Vulture is just stuck. But why? Just reasons.
But these movies were set up for failure right from the get-go. I mean, you can't have all the Spider-Man villains and not have the hero. I mean, none of them were established in a hero's movie.
I told people that
or
before.
anything like that. So this was set up to fail right from the get-go.
Did you guys read that shit today? They could have. All they had to do was not name it Spider-Man.
All they had to do was just make a movie called Spider-Man and place villain in it. It's actually crazy what you can do with that. It's genius.
They could have used Spider-Man.
You could have called it Craven the Hunter and Spider-Man. It could or just Craven the Hunter and still had Spider-Man. Because let's face it, like I don't know how many like comic book guys are on the panel. Craven the Hunter like saw Spider-Man and was like, that is the man I want to kill. That is the man I want to hunt.
Yeah.
And then like that's his like character.
No.
That's
there's
it.
a way.
How do you make a movie out of that?
Without ever
Make a
making
movie
Spider-Man movie
without Spider-Man in it is Banoonies.
There's a way to make a movie
I mean,
without
they made
Spider-Man
6
being in
movies
it.
like that. So
No, I want to hear this.
And the way you do it is you don't make a comic book movie. You make a jungle hunt movie. The movie is about a guy hunting animals in the jungle. And then the guy just happens to be Craven, and you're following poachers hunting some human animal, tearing up the jungle, killing all these endangered animals.
Oh, do you one better. You make it the most dangerous game, and then he like
kills the person. Game.
He kills the person, and then he's like, "Wow, that was really easy." And then he like looks at the TV, and then like Spider-Man is like stopping a bus, and he's like, "I want to kill that guy now. I'm going to kill That
I'm
guy.
gonna have to.
And then
think
they're
about
like,
it.
Craven the Hunter will return.
Just make a movie.
Oh, no.
Make
It
a
should
movie
not
that
have
has
been a
nothing to
hero
do with
origin
comics.
story. I mean,
No,
like
they
it really
do this
shouldn't have
with
been. It
all
should have
these-
been a villain thing, because I think that's the main thing with all of this stuff. They should have just said, "This guy is the bad guy. Let's
But
keep
they
him the
can't
bad
do
guy."
that. He has to be a misunderstood person.
Oh
but
no.
I think.
Okay.
See, I think. See, I got this one real quick. So I think that with the way that Marvel is going down right now, with all their crap and everything, we are. The superhero fatigue is there because it's crap. So what they should have
That's
done
what
is
I've
they
been
should have
saying for
said,
years.
"Oh yeah." So what they should have said is said, "Hey, that Marvel's doing the funny, lighthearted thing. Let's go dark." I mean, like how
They
the hell
kind
good
of
would that have
started out
been?
like that. They
If it was
started,
like,
or like DC
oh
started
yeah,
to do that, and
I
then
mean,
it kind of
here's my-
didn't work.
oh yeah,
Here's my one thing. To quote the great poet Tupac Shakur, I'm going to be as real as penitentiary steel. In order to have these villains and establish them and make a movie correct, you would want something that they would all build up to. You would think that it would be Spider-Man.
Or Sinister
Right.
Six, but yeah.
Some-
That was
Yes,
the goal.
Sinister Six. So
that-
that was
actually, I
connections.
laughed at someone. They were like, "Who's your top 5 Spider-Man villains?" And I was like, "Why would you ask me 5 when
Yes, there's
There's
literally
like-
a team. Yeah.
there's-
It's not
but
just six,
so
he has
so to have
Yeah.
that, and so it's like I can't imagine who's running Sony right now. I assume he's into edging, where he's like,
I'm just
"No,
gonna
no,
call
we're
him
gonna have
retard.
You know what? You know what they should have done? You want to
They
make a
just-
really
wait, hold on, I got-
interesting Sonyverse? You get a bunch of horror directors and you choose all the really weird Spider-Man villains to do it.
yes,
So
Oh, yeah.
you do a horror Craven, you do a Chameleon movie. You could do a lot
Oh,
with horror with
Chameleon's
Venom.
in
Do
Craven.
like
With the Shocker, you
Oh,
can go
they
full
did his
he's
horror
doing
for it.
something. Why was
Yeah.
Chameleon in Craven? There's no reason for him to be in that movie.
Did
He
you
did the
see
last,
his
like,
character design?
2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, good lord.
No,
man.
okay, look at this. You could make an amazing movie about an actor who's jealous of other actors, going around killing actors to steal their roles.
Is that P. Diddy?
And you just make a
Clayface.
chameleon
Clayface.
or Clayface.
I
You
mean,
do that with
Aaron
either.
Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson
Mysterio.
basically could have just played his character from the Fall Guy and just used that actor to pretend he's Craven, and it would have been way
No,
funnier.
we nailed it. Aaron Taylor Johnson has abs, and they wanted to really show us that he has abs, and they showed
Yeah,
us. that
I'm
he
not.
has
Hey,
abs.
hey, I'm not gay, but he looks pretty good. If I was gay, I think.
Oh, he looks
I'm
great
just
in the
saying,
movie.
That,
He
that was
moves
what
really
they were
weird, but-
resting the movie upon, and core strength is not a good movie make. No, but that is the dumbest thing, especially now that you know that they could have put Tom Holland Spider-Man in at any point in time. I was just saying this. They're saying that they want to reboot now. The best
So
way
what?
to do
They
this-
have nothing. Rebooting
I'll
it
tell
twice,
you
you
how to-
had something there.
no one comes to me for the answers, but I have them. I can tell you how to save this right now. Even though okay, and follow me on this. So at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, they had Venom like licking the screen, licking a TV screen, like, I know that guy. Well, the symbiotes have a hive mind, and it's multidimensional. So like when he was licking the screen, realizing that he knew Peter Parker from the original
the third Sam
Okay.
Raimi movie.
yeah, the Sam Raimi, the Raimi verse. So I'm saying, okay, we know all that shit. We don't need to see Uncle Ben die. Just like for the next Batman movie, I don't need to see the pearls fall in slow motion again to let like I wait for the day that there's a Batman Superman movie where Batman, it just starts with Batman and Superman just there going into an adventure.
What
And
they're
we're
gonna
all
do?
adult enough to know that Batman and Superman are in this film, and we don't have to explain their origins. Just have Venom tackle Spider-Man into one of those portals, and because let's face it, the end of No Way Home ended basically he's in another universe. Everyone who forgot who he was, have him like bump his head on the way into another portal, and he just starts out where all these villains are fucking there.
They're gonna do that with
First
the
movie might be a convoluted mess, but the next movie would be a fucking great movie.
No, what they're gonna do is they're gonna take the Into the Spider-Verse movies, their third one that they release, and then Miles Morales is gonna fall through a portal that leads him into a universe that's the real universe, and then they're gonna start a Miles Morales trilogy. Watch.
Okay,
They'll do something like that.
Before we go down before we go down this hole, like I was fucking my wife earlier. Darnell, how was your week, man?
Yeah, I started out okay, ended shitty. Literally, Saturday was one of the worst days of my life. I had a massive stomach bug, and it just I never left the toilet.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Sounds like you went to a Diddy party. Holy shit.
Do the Darnell thing.
Did you like walk by that room where the woman had sex with 100 dudes and you just couldn't get the smell out of you or something?
I think the whole butterfly effect. The butterfly's wings blew the specific germ across the continent, over the Pacific, over America to me. I think that's what happened.
Good gosh.
Jesus.
Well,
Arza? No, it's like that scene in Ghostbusters where it was like the Titanic came to shore.
It's going pretty well. I'm back at home for Christmas break as it starts next week. This is my week of finals. I did one today. Pretty sure I bombed it. Working on one right now. Pretty sure I'm bombing, and I got one on Thursday. Then I'm pretty sure I'm going to bomb. So it's going great.
Don't you have any hot girls you should be dating in college, like banging like threesomes and stuff?
There are no girls in college worth dating right now.
No, sex. Yeah. You bang them and you leave.
There are no girls in college.
No, he's got a point. One, it's all pink in the middle. But two,
I hope
college campuses right now are a fucking cesspool. I mean,
and if I were, I'm pretty sure I'd just get accused
for the quality of pussy that you have to like deal with. I'm sure they're all like talking about like that they're losing rights, but they can't name the rights that they're losing. I'm sure that's frustrating for you.
Okay,
yeah. They were all going that 4B movement until that guy killed that CEO, and then all of a sudden they dropped that real quick. So
Sammy,
like Luigi.
Just so you know, one of my friends who is a Mormon, by the way, voted for Kamala because, and I quote, "she's pretty."
And you guys want
full stop. What the fuck are you talking about?
And why didn't you start that with a friend that I used to have?
Coincidentally, she's dating another Mormon who's a Ugandan immigrant. He was my roommate last year.
That's too much.
You didn't have to cut me out.
I'll just say for anyone out there, you just watch Charlie Kirk or Officer Tatum talk to these women. It's not a joke when I say people think, oh, it's just one of them. No, it's not just one of them. They're literally retarded. I saw one earlier today where Charlie Kirk is debating a guy about abortion. And like they always say, well, what if the doctor tells them they could die? A girl walked up to him and said, the doctor almost lied to me. And I had the kid and it was fine. But that doctor almost told her it was bad and the baby was going to be born fucking certain thing, could have killed him. She didn't. So like, it's like, man, who raised these kids? Were they raised by wolves, an iPad, a black guy, a crackhead? I don't know what
we know they weren't raised by black guys.
Fuck, man.
You can't give me a worse scenario for a child being born than telling me it's going to be raised Democrat. That's why I'm very much pro-choice. These women should be killing their kids as much as possible because eventually the numbers are going to work themselves out where there'll be less of them.
In Minecraft, allegedly said by a guy named Sammy3peat.
No, like straight up, like liberal women kill your babies.
That's why the trans thing.
But Marvel rivals, please kill your kids.
They have to be having sex to get pregnant, and they're not having sex. So
leave Marvel Rivals out of this.
Marvel Rivals is a lot of fun.
Speaking of abortions,
it's amazing.
Old man Slater, how you doing, man? It's your first time on here. You're white. That's good.
Shit.
You're straight white male. Awesome. You already fit right in. Same with me.
Yeah, I mean that's the panel. I mean, like I put my bed sheets away. Said we weren't doing the meeting today. So
you ever dated a black girl?
What was that?
You ever dated a black girl like a Shaniqua?
Oh yeah.
How's your credit score?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
That's why MSK invited us on here just to up them numbers.
How's your social credit score?
Yeah, well, I didn't need MSK. I'm already dating a black girl, so.
He's gonna
your credit score's around 500.
Yeah, credit. I've already got it. So I'm actually here because I want to be. So
if she steals your PS5 after this Christmas season, I told you so. Just calling it right now.
All right, I gotta ask. First of all, Racism, yay, nay?
It depends on the day.
No. There's reason. I didn't know black beans went with fried chicken.
Who raised you?
How did you not know that, man?
I live in the South and I've never heard of that.
You raised
It was a double-sided race joke, my guy.
Your generation was raised on like TikTok. You guys can't even sit and read a book. You have to just scroll on a phone. What is wrong with you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah. Were you talking about pinto beans? Might have been the alternative.
So I'm gonna ask Slater this: top 5 sex positions.
No, we're not doing that.
Why not? You said we can have fun with the boys.
Hey, name 5.
Oh shit! Fuck. How do you do the Democrat? You cry after Kamala Harris loses?
Oh no, that's
Hey,
where
usually
they
call
that's
that
where
a-
they that's where they lay down and then they bitch about it the entire time.
And then claim you.
And they're like,
you
"Oh,
raped
the
them years later."
patriarchy.
I
Oh,
think it's usually
colonialism."
called a shotgun facelift, but that
Oh wow! Oh yeah,
That's,
yeah!
yeah.
Holy shit! That went dark.
just might have.
I just thought you got really upset that you don't show up.
I just remembered I have a job, and like, if anybody sees this, gonna get
Yeah,
fired.
yeah.
Oh, don't worry, guys. This is the PG-13 show. I'm actually. I'm a registered Democrat. Yeah, in my mind. Fucking hell. I know.
No, after you die, definitely.
Yeah, eventually we'll all be Democrats. It's just going to take us
Yeah.
like 60, 70 years.
Well, it may not even matter anymore because they put up a bill to get rid of the electoral college because it's not democratic.
But yeah, that just came out today. Yeah. So you would have to win just based off the popular vote alone. But that I don't know.
Well,
they're just not smart.
Trump did both this
You
time.
would have won anyway. What the fuck? Well, I
Oh my
swear
God.
we're living in constant purgatory.
Drives you
We're
nuts.
literally living in hell. I don't think this is real anymore. We can't be living in the real world. And hey, not to get too political tonight because I'm a little old. They say that Trump was a threat to the democracy, but I remember earlier this year, late last year, a certain state by the name of Colorado tried to get him removed off the ballot.
They did that in a couple of different ones.
Yeah.
Threat to democracy, removing people's choice to vote. They removed
That's
Joe Biden
actually
really
why I
quickly.
hate Democrats so much. Is it's not because that they lose and that they have stupid ideas and everything they do is retarded.
How do you really feel?
What they do is once they lose, they go, okay, when we win, we're going to change the rules to make it so it's harder for the other guys to win. So like every time they're like, oh, there's more guys in the Supreme Court, we're going to stack the Supreme Court. Next time, we're going to make sure that this happens where the other guys can't win again. And you're like, does no one like not see this is problematic that they're just
Okay, but
like-
counterpoint, my rights.
From all right.
This could be
good
an
point.
opportunity-
Very good point.
Bring up
Women,
solid logic there.
women especially.
Solid logic.
Guys, hashtag women.
No.
See, this could be an opportunity
Can
though
we
where you
get
beat them at
coffee
their own
emojis
game
in chat?
because they said they wanted to stack the court. All right, fine. We got the Senate and the presidency.
Yeah,
Stack the
they
court.
kinda-
Go for it.
Kind
I'm
of
all
went in
for it
reverse
right
on
now.
him there.
Yeah, you'll have to get it. You'll have to get
Oh,
it again.
No,
in order
I know
to
you
do
guys.
that.
You guys see after the election day? It was one of them that really stuck out to me, where the girl said, "Oh my God, you guys sold us out for cheap gas prices and a better economy." Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes,
Girl, I
Come
would
on,
sell
not
you
a
out
question
for
in my mind.
McDonald's
Do it
burrito.
Yeah, no, I love the. I hope you guys thought it was more important to spend less on eggs, and it was like, bitch, like if I'm like spending more on groceries, why should I give a fuck about homeless people? Why should I give a fuck about anything else that's going on in the country when I can't afford to feed myself? And they're like, I hope you're happy with yourself. And it was like,
Well, you know.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm happy with myself
Damn,
because I
thank
can
you.
afford to eat.
we're actually very happy.
For
Yeah.
people who want abortion rights, it's kind of weird that they don't want the prices of eggs to go down, because they have no problem just getting rid of their own. But whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, no, it just blows my mind. It's like you're gonna double
Beat me
down
to
on
it.
these things. It's like, do you want to live, or do you want like to worry about the pronouns, to worry about all this other stuff, or do you want to you want to live?
You remember
Just
that?
like-
girl
I
that
broke
down-
down the pronouns thing. The pronouns thing cracks me up every time. So when you approach someone, do you go she or he? No, you use you, your. So the whole pronouns thing is null and void. You actually use those pronouns when you're talking to someone. I don't say, "Hey, would she like to pick that up?" I say, "Hey, would you like to pick
Sure.
that
Okay.
up?"
Yeah.
So I am, just to be clear, for those of you who don't know, because most of you do, because I talk about a lot. I am a gay person or bisexual person in college. People
on
talk like
Tuesday,
that now.
sorry.
People talk.
Isn't
about
that just
like
called
that now.
college now? Like,
That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
I thought that's how you got in. Was that on
No,
your
no,
letter?
he's right though. Like it happens in high schools too. Like people like saying like Sammy. It's hypothetical. You're
I'm a black lesbian. Everyone can know that.
that's what I thought when I joined. I was like,
and I was on
black lesbian in the
and I look,
corner?
I'm talking
No,
directly
you
to
not
you.
can go on
MSK.
my Twitter. I'm a
No,
black
wait.
lesbian.
I'm talking directly to you. This is how they talk. Hey, when I was on She's show the other night, it was awesome. Like I'm talking to you,
Oh.
calling you she instead of you or
Dude,
your.
they
And I
literally-
They do talk that
thank
way.
you because There was also on my show that night.
Like they do
And,
fucking talk that way. Even in junior high, they talk that way now.
What the
fucking
hell
No,
happened to the English language?
Because
Like,
it's all
seriously.
about control, and it's all a social armor. Where because hadn't has anybody noticed that people who identify as male usually they're not the problem. It's the ones who identify as female. Those are the ones who are really fucking annoying. And it's like,
Hey.
wow, you were really bad at being a man. So now you're gonna like give a woman a try, and it's not working out for you as well. Like there was this guy I knew, and I'm just gonna fucking name him. I'm not gonna name his last name. His first name was Wilfred. And
Brimley?
he would do things after people would go like, "Hey, that was weird, Wilfred. No one wants to fuck you." And then he would also do things like, "Well, I'm just gonna cut myself and do other weird shit because no one wants to fuck me." And then wouldn't you know it, I hadn't talked to Wilfred in like 20 years. Wouldn't you know it, Wilfred's a woman now. And it's not in Minecraft, Wilfred is a woman.
I mean, if you're named
but
Wilfred,
but I'm
you
saying
might wanna do that.
that's what it is. It's a social problem. It's not that he really had this problem and he was. Now, granted, there are those people. They exist where I can't imagine how terrifying that must be. Where if you actually have like body dysmorphia, you're born in the wrong body. I've met other people like that. Like I said, I played rock and roll in Detroit. They're all there. Like I just talked to a guy in a wedding dress.
Holy shit!
No, they're all fucking there. Okay, but I'm saying I just tend to find the ones who actually identify that way and who are really making the big stink about it. We're bad at being guys in the first place, and they're really just. They're not getting any attention, so they're going to get attention this way. It's like the evolution of emo. They're like, well, cutting myself and dyeing my hair isn't scaring my parents. I guess I better chop my dick off.
Well, the problem is it's a slippery slope too, right? You get a little bit of attention from doing like, okay, well, I got to go further. And there comes a point you can't go any further. And at that point, you fuck up. The thing is, affirming care scientifically does not do anything. It does not reduce dysphoria. It does not reduce discomfort. It might get rid of the dysphoria, but it's going to open the doorway for this cause issue. Gender dysphoria is a symptom of another disorder as a general rule.
Absolutely.
Anxiety, depression, trauma, whatever it is. So they are dealing with that, not the dysphoria, but it's like you're treating the symptom of the disease when the disease is wholly treatable, but you're keeping the disease going.
No, I've talked about this before. So if I walked into a room and I said, "Hey," and I'm going with the. I walk into a room, you know nothing about me, correct?
Bigot. No.
Damn.
Okay. No. This is how arrogant. Like the female or what do you even fucking the femalian, the transitional
Gynocentric.
male.
Oh, transition.
Yeah, so they walk
The
into
Minecraft
a room,
females.
so I walk into a room and I go, "Hey, I don't like the way the couch is placed here." And they're like, "Okay, well, we'll move that." And we're like, "Hey, I don't like this. I don't like that. I also think I should compete in women's sports." And they're like, "Okay, well, that's a little touchy, but we'll allow that." And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna do that." And then all of a sudden they go, "Everything's up to your liking, correct?" And you go, "Yeah, it's great." And they go, "Well, how do you feel?" And then you just go, like the arrogance behind that was like,
You want to know another?
it was like they're gonna kill themselves anyway.
There's a
Who
very
cares?
deep connection
gives a
between
fuck?
this and
There's a few problems
narcissism.
that are gonna eventually just get rid of themselves based on statistics.
Exactly.
So
Well, that's why I said about like liberal women. Just let them have abortions. Eventually, we'll have no liberal babies.
Well, they're not having
are you
sex to
fine?
begin with, so we don't have to worry about it.
But
Who's
God,
In favor of not striking MSK,
Shoo.
do you know of a disorder called AGP?
I barely know my
Yes.
own debit card number. No.
yes.
I don't know mine. That's a normal thing to not
I know
know it.
mine. I know my debit card number. Come on.
Hold on.
PIN
Actually,
number.
there's one that I wanted to. I will share this in private chat. This is a new disorder that has. It's what do they call the book? Where
DSM-5.
they. Thank you. It's just about to get into there. I will
Oh, good lord.
I do want
talk
to tackle
amongst
on,
yourselves.
No, I wanted to tackle
Arza.
on to what Arza and you were saying. So I forgot, Kansas started saying on here. Certain blockers, let's just call them that. These blockers, the more I looked into them, they weren't even actually for that. They're actually for map people. Actually, they're giving.
Well, there are a lot of things that they're used for. For instance, the guy who invented the computer was put on them because he was gay, and that was illegal back then.
Yeah.
They were heavily used in medical settings to treat people with I can't think of the name of it now, but there's a disorder where you go into puberty around the age of 4 to 6, and that's really bad. So they'll use those for that, but because it's not suppressing anything bad, it doesn't usually have long-term consequences. But when you use it during a critical period, which is what 10 to 13 is a critical period, that's when you have a lot of problems such as calcification, permanent infertility,
Morning wood.
It's like, doesn't it mess with your bone density and stuff?
Yeah,
too? Like all sorts of stuff.
especially if you're not replacing it with another one, it will cause that disorder where your spine is out of shape.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Scoliosis.
Yeah, scoliosis is a massive problem if you are, and that happens for the entirety of your life. If you are not on a dominant sex hormone, you will develop scoliosis.
I mean, having something wrong with your spine sounds right up a Democrat's alley. So there you go.
Oh shit! Am I secretly a Democrat? Fuck.
No,
Now,
man.
to be fair,
no.
it doesn't have to be
Got bulging
your
discs in my
natural
back.
one. You just need a dominant sex hormone. So, like men on estrogen don't have that issue.
The other thing to tackle on to guys' points is I've noticed that a lot of these people generally target not just like normal functioning kids, but kids with autism, disorders, born with defects. They're saying a lot of these people aren't functioning in the right brain. Let's just say.
Well, that's because they're the easier ones to trick. They know there's something wrong with their mind, so you trick them into being like, "Well, here's what's actually wrong."
It's also a social armor where you can say things. So when you look at TikTok, some of the biggest trends that you see is, and it's not only people with certain disorders, it's people pretending to have these disorders.
Self-identification.
Yes, but a lot of it has to do with the female persuasion. So before it used to be women arguing on how much lithium they used to be put on. But now, since you've added new genders and new disorders, and you actually have women pretending to have things like Tourette's and what's the other, like where you have multiple personality disorder. Yes. Thank you very much. So I'm sure you're around this quite a bit. But I'm saying, like, this is actually a real thing, and what it is, and sadly, because of what it is, and I'll break down what it is in a second, is what it is it gives you a social armor, so to speak, where you can be yourself doing these certain things, but when you add this social armor, and women don't like this, and Democrats definitely don't like this. It makes you immune to any sort of criticism. And I think instead of going where when I was growing up, if you tried that shit on the schoolyard, they go like, whoa, whoa, I have this. And you're like, well, no. We're playing Red Rover. Come on over. I guess you didn't break the line. Or Smear the Queer, any of these great games that I grew up playing. There was a put up or shut up kind of mentality where it kind of didn't matter.
Yeah, but I've been saying it for a long time, man. Bring back bullying. Bring back bullying, dude. Just bring it back.
Necessary.
No. There's the shit floats, and there's certain people. I'll change the subject. My wife is a teacher, so one of the biggest problems that I have with her profession right now is what they will do for kids is change they will give the parents a different like report card and give the kids a like fluffy nice report card.
You're passing, yay.
Yeah, exactly. But they will give the parents the real report card, and they will ask the parents if you want them to do that. And I was like,
no.
This is how school shootings start, where this kid goes like, well, I want to build buildings. And they're like, yeah, you're really good at math. And then all of a sudden, like, you go to college and they're like, oh, no. Actually, you sucked at math the whole time. And the kid's like, shh.
I've got some bad news for you, Sammy.
Just like, math was too racist for me. So,
In most colleges, you're not allowed to fail kids unless they really fuck up, as in like not go to class. It's really hard to fail someone in college.
So when you have these kids deal with real failure for the first time in their lives, how do you expect them to react? Okay, like when I was a kid, we would give the retarded kid the most improved player of the year trophy.
Oh God, you guys are terrible.
You guys are so bad. Oh and my God forbid if you got the most improved player of the year trophy, you were the retarded kid.
Bad news.
I don't know how to say this. That was the fat kid who was like, I can't.
I got a box of trophies to throw away. Thanks, man. You just ruined my dreams.
I'm sorry, but I'm saying there like, so we would acknowledge, like, I guess, like, he didn't do better, like he never started, but like, that kid, we were like, here's a trophy, fat ass. You made it through the end of the year. But also we didn't go like, hey, we need to like acknowledge this person and praise this person for being a failure. So what was getting at with my wife and her kid going like, hey, Timmy, you're really good at math. And then it was like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he's like, I want to be an architect. And I was like, oh shit, you actually have to be good at math to do that. And it was like, well, you probably shouldn't build buildings, Timmy, but you're setting this kid up to have a
you heard of Legos? You could probably go to a factory and make those.
Exactly. Like you're setting this kid up to like actually have like a midlife crisis before he actually hits college, where we was like, hey, we told you the whole time you're good at math, but actually when it actually counts, you suck at math, Timmy. Now, if welcome to the real world.
If you had a system where you could criticize them, you could actually teach the person how to learn to be good at math, but by being aggressively affirmative, which is the problem I've been having with everything. Everything is overly affirmative, even down to how we treat the troons, psychology,
that's gay shit.
Everything.
It's
language all affirmation.
Said to me was gay shit.
I want to ask you guys
that, but that is actual psychological language. Affirming is not criticizing and accepting everything. That's the problem.
Oh, I want to go over this for just a second, because people said, well, if you fucking homeschool your kids, will be like kind of socially awkward. It's either that, or potentially you send your kids to public school, and then this is shown to them. Imagine just sending your kid to public school and this is shown to them. understanding resilience strategies among minor attracted individuals.
Oh, me and that teacher we having a conference.
This is code name for pedophile. That's what MAPs are.
We would have we and a teacher be having a conference. Very
imagine that.
Thing that me and
the only place maps belong on are on the wall, dude. That's
Look,
it.
okay, I'm gonna say it. I will say the controversial thing. Psychologically, there is a place for people like this. If you create a healthy dialogue and get these people help, that'd be a good thing. Because admittedly, by having the overly negative term for what is proper, to be fair, it prevents people who need help from getting help. And that is where the notion behind MAP came from, was so people who needed help could get it without too much criticism or risking going to jail.
The wood chipper's there. We're gonna throw
the wood chipper. Just to be humane about it, you go head first, because when we used to do it feet first, it just hurt a lot longer. So that's the only difference. Just head first, just get it over with.
Well, if you're doing
I like what Asbro was trying to say. And I really do mean this. I'm not joking. This is what I'm talking about. Is so you're trying to put, you're using all these extended language like words instead of where 10 years ago I would have called you a faggot, and that would have been the end of it. No, I'm not calling you a faggot.
No, okay? he's a firm believer of that word. He thinks we should bring it back.
No, but I'm saying like that would have been the end of it. The problem is we have social media, and these people all have a platform where they go, "Oh, this makes me uncomfortable." It was like, you should be uncomfortable. What you're doing is abnormal. Okay, what you're saying is abnormal. Okay, I'm not saying that like everyone should wanna like not feel comfortable in their own skin. You should also realize that we live in a society. We do live in a society, and there's certain things like where I say I'm a staunch libertarian. Keep it out of my front yard. I don't give a shit what you do in your backyard. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you get to slap your ass in front of my kids when I'm walking them down the street.
How dare you oppress me?
Are you oppressing me?
I don't give what you do, but don't do it in public. Okay, like go in the closet. There's a reason the closet exists. You should go in that and feel ashamed of yourself, and then pray to Jesus for forgiveness. I mean, am I the only one taking crazy pills here? No, I'm not. I'm not actually even saying that. What I'm really saying is there is certain things that people do on their day to day. Wearing assless straps is getting in the fucking way of it. And
look, the only thing that gay people should be asking for is let us fuck who we want that is able to consent, and let us marry who we want that is able to consent.
I already got that too.
That's all we need. Leave us alone. Let us do what we want, and we'll leave you alone. And the thing is, a lot of people,
some of my closest friends are gay. We actually through I knew that my best friend, my best friend, one of my best friends growing up, Victor, that he was gay. I knew he was gay the second that we were in gym class together and I saw him throw a baseball. I knew that he was so gay. By the way, the ball rolled backwards because his wrist was so limp. The ball just rolled out of his hand. And it just went there. He had
that. You ain't shit.
He had that coming to Jesus moment where he was like, "Guys, I need to tell you something. I'm gay," and we threw him. No one's a surprise party because he was the gayest motherfucker. He's super gay.
You'd think he'd be a lot better at like holding on to the balls, though.
Check right now. I could give him a call, but if I go, "Hey, Victor, are you still gay?" He would be like, "Yes, I'm very gay." He is like one of the gayest dudes ever. He would be the first one to tell you that one, he doesn't want a parade or anything else. He just wants to go about his life and want to fuck dudes. And like none of us have ever like went like, hey man, like, I mean, obviously we joke about it and go like, hey, you want to fuck dudes? And he's like, yeah, well, I do. But like, we don't like say like, hey, I hate you for that. He just wants to fuck guys, and that's fine. You can fuck guys. Like no one cares. Like I grew up in the 90s. Like we had Captain Planet, where they had like the black kid, the Indian kid who could talk to animals. Like we had everybody. Everybody was all encompassed in that like thing. Like there was room for everyone. But the second that you wanted to start like going like, hey, well, why don't we teach this kid, in classrooms? Where I was like, well, I got a problem with that. And you know what? Victor was like, I got a problem with that too. I don't want to teach that.
Well, because here's the thing, there are two problems. First of all, kids don't need to learn that. Second of all, when you teach this type of stuff to kids, you paint every single gay person as a pedophile and a predator.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to jump in there and say it was actually an issue that's been tackled by South Park of all things, like years ago. It was when Mr. Garrison was trying to get fired. They've had a whole episode essentially saying like, everybody's like, oh yeah, we got to accept him for who he is. He's got to do that because of this. And he got up there and he literally had to say, no, you don't have to accept it. You just got to deal with me. And honestly, that's what people should be going for. Just deal with it. I don't have to accept it.
Oh man, I have a better idea, and it's still from South Park. There was also an episode in South Park, and that's when Big Al was a scout leader. And we all accepted Big Al for being Big Al.
I wasn't allowed in Boy Scouts.
He was super. Thanks for asking.
He is Scoutmaster.
I just want to point out before we go further. When Sammy said his friend was gay and someone did the smoke detector beep, oh my god, whoever did that ain't shit. That motherfucker is.
It came from your mic, dude. What
are you talking about? Wow.
Hey man, by process of elimination, it's kind of easy to figure it
out. No, so that was the thing I wanted to tackle when you guys were talking, which is basically this whole thing of like, so if we're built up this idea, we have a free country, right? And I have free will to do whatever I want. That means I don't have to accept whatever you want. I could just like not like you. What happened to that? I don't got to accept anything you tell me. If you walk up to me, you tell me I have to take a dick up my ass to get my paycheck every 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't have to accept that. I could just like not accept that.
You know what acceptance means? Acceptance means one of two things. Either you really need the attention you're getting, or you are so insecure in your own identity, or you're making up the identity entirely if you need someone else to accept you. I don't need a single person to accept who I choose as a future partner. It doesn't matter. It's no one else's decision but mine and my partners.
It will be a black guy named Tyrone.
Further than that. It's a control
I don't
thing.
even need to know about your partner.
Fuck, I miss the 80s and 90s.
We all just like do what we're supposed to be doing. It doesn't matter.
Now I'll say this. I'll judge you if you're dating a Shaniqua with no hair and she starts talking ratchet. I have to judge you at that.
You keep her name out of your mouth.
Oh, you mean where they're like, oh, braids is racist, and they're like, dude, you have a blonde wig. Relax.
Yeah. Do those Indian kids who gave you that hair know about cultural appropriation?
Oh God! I mean the people that dance around in circles
with
this
woman the other day for cultural appropriation so badly. I was like, "You're wearing a jean jacket, you're wearing tennis shoes."
Dude, look at how like bringing back to movies and stuff. You want to talk about cultural appreciation? You want to talk about cultural appropriation, man? Look at what they're doing to all the stories from like I don't know, the Little Mermaid and stuff. That's a Danish tale. Why are you taking all the white? Why are you taking?
And then they go,
culture is through stories.
Have no culture.
Stories is the oldest thing you can get out there. Like culture or like stories is the oldest thing in a culture usually. But they're taking all our stories, man. They want to just take all the white man's stories, dude. What's wrong with them?
Who is they?
Good ones.
Who is they?
They literally
legitimately
racist.
We have these things, and they go, "Well, they're taking that away from us." And they go, "White people have no culture." And I was like, "No, that's."
And stop taking our stories. You don't need them.
Using that culture.
Do you know why it looks like white people have no culture? Because every culture has adopted ours because of how superior it is.
Well, it's kind of
no. You want to know why white people have no culture? Is because white people aren't. This is from a very Afrocentrist view. So if you want to go from the Afrocentrist, apparently we were grown in a test tube in the Caucasus Mountains, and there was a very big-headed scientist named Yakub, and he's
Are you guys talking about the fucking spaceships?
Are
you about to start talking about the spaceships?
Crack.
Okay, no, but what I'm getting at is black
crack.
people refuse to
crack.
believe. So
they'll be
like,
or something.
They'll be like, "Hey,
they're doing crack."
I hate white people, but I love this pizza. And you're like, pizza is a white culture.
Sam,
like,
are you talking about the Nation of Islam? The religion Nation of Islam?
I'm talking.
Oh,
yeah,
we're not
no,
gonna get into that,
I'm
man.
going to be going in on that.
Shut up, bitch.
Don't you ever call me bitch.
And if you get into it on there, it's going to be like dropping bombs, like what's happened over there right now. So we can't be talking about all
but
that.
here's the thing that they do. They, and by they, I mean black people.
You got to look the other way.
They like to say things like white people have no culture, and that's fine. But when you bring up things like black people, they also like really, those people are very much into talking about like Egyptian lore, I guess. And they're like, oh, well, white people didn't invent Superman. Ra is the sun god. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't, the fact that you can name this like Egyptian god doesn't mean that
he said
what
he said, what the fuck did I join? I'm hearing talk about superior and white culture in the same sentence. Today isn't Tuesday. Oh, I know white people talk about the things black people say.
I can't talk about what black people say, man, because every other word is a word I can't use, so I can't even talk about it.
Okay, like I said, you guys can call me any name under the sun. All I need is one word to make you guys freak out. So
as long as none of you guys married an Asian, you're good. If you married an egg roll or a rice picker, oh my god, I have to disown you. I'm done.
No, you know what? Fuck you. So black people are totally fine making fun of like Asian people. Like everyone should be able to make fun of everybody. All right.
No, black people should be allowed to make fun of
we
Asian
got to keep
people
it
because
even.
how
Someone
bad
make
better
fun
they
of
are
a
in the area.
Mexican to make it
I
all.
I know how Mexican women are. I dated one of them. I know how they are.
Dated plenty of Hispanic women of all, like from Dominican to
Right?
Mexican.
They're great.
To,
Mexican women are awesome.
probably more Mexicans. Not
Here's what we should do.
Chat?
Here's what we should do for a New Year's.
That chat?
I gotta ask. Are two Mexican lesbians doing it called flicking the beaner?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So for New Year's, we have on Monday, we have to do a ranking of ethnicities of women.
Are we gonna just do what guys do?
That'll go well.
Dominican wins.
We do a tier list of rank. Black has to be F tier.
I got bad news. I got bad news for you. Somebody's already done that MSK. It's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen.
Yeah, we did it too. And Selena left. She ain't been on since.
I think that boils down to which one cooks the best, right?
Oh, no. Okay, who cooks better, Asian women or Mexican women?
It probably depends on which food you like the best, man.
Yeah.
Like if you like Mexican food more, you're gonna go with that. But it's like, 'cause I don't really care for a lot of Asian food other than like sushi.
Can you imagine?
But
Can you imagine? She was like, I made you a bunch of egg roll, and you're like, oh, not really. That's not for me.
Oh God! And then you start talking from like that guy from South Park. Is shitty walk? You made me shitty egg rolls.
What you order? Let me. And you're like fried rice, and you're like fried rice. Let me yell that back to you. And then like,
oh,
I mean,
if
you just put your fried chicken on top of your white rice and covered in barbecue sauce, you could still call it, sushi roll if you wanted to. But
no, it's not true. I put white women in S tier. White women are S tier. I'm sorry. It is what
they
it
are
is.
not.
Every white guy says
South
that.
Korean.
Oh, white guys say black girls are S tier, and then black guys say white girls are S tier.
I'm not gonna say that black.
Name a single white
tier.
guy who says black girls are S tier.
Yeah, no.
No, actually, no. Hold on. I got
that.
True.
That is fake news.
This guy.
No.
He thought the bitch from the Acolyte looked good.
Okay, but to be clear,
okay,
there is an actual.
Which one?
If Amanda Steenberg knew how to shut her mouth, she was hot.
She's
Okay,
got to open her mouth more.
And I have to agree with that. Partially
The girl who plays the mother in it, the black girl who plays the mother in the Acolyte, one of the mothers.
she was hotter than Amanda
in-
Stenberg for
Or
sure.
in the
Randall
show,
Sandberg.
in the show Bad Monkey or whatever with what's his
That's
name?
her
Bad
whole race.
Monkey?
It's called
that's
like
her
Bad
whole race.
Monkey.
Of course
And
they are.
it's with Vince Vaughn and stuff. It's on Apple TV.
I'll
She's
turn her into a bad
she's
monkey.
smoking hot in that show, man.
Also, I
She's
want to be very
smoking hot in
clear
that
with you
show.
guys. There's already been extensive science done on what races find what races attractive. And I got bad news. Mexicans lose in almost every category.
That's crazy.
The only category that does worse than Mexicans are Asian men.
Okay. I'm gonna solve this.
Yeah, I
It's
can agree with
Middle
that. I
Eastern
don't
women,
really go for
because
Asian
they've
men
had
either.
years and years of like Quran oppression, where they're like, I should just like make you like fatouche, and like shut the fuck up and like be hot, and like that's it. Like Middle Eastern women are probably the hottest one. That like their DNA was like, I should probably have a
and they're
fat
already
ass,
used to
right?
being beaten.
Brazilian women look amazing.
Brazilian women are
God,
my
dude.
pick.
Oh God, they look so good. Man, God damn. God, it's crazy. People don't want,
I
like,
also
all
like
this-
I also like a hot freckled redhead, but that's just because I'm very much Anglo-Saxon. I'm gonna celebrate that. But also, like, I also like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw this out there as a white guy. I just like women who don't speak English.
Oh God.
Oh God, we got a passport, bro, on our.
I just want to colonize them. What do you want?
To like smuggle them over to the border?
You're just like, dude, I got to get over there. I got to learn their spices so I can
Okay, but
steal
what
them.
if they start speaking?
I just want to bust a nut and then like show up to the Queen of Spain and go like, "This is my offspring." Deal
They'll
with
be
it.
like, where did you find one? And they'll be like, we're gonna go colonize that. Like, immediately.
I'm sure Native Americans are hot. I haven't seen a lot of them because like we wiped them out with blankets and they were too dumb to invent guns. You know, but like I would assume that they were good looking because like I guess we raped the shit out of them. Like I would have assumed that they were good looking.
All right. So speaking of movies, oh gosh. Well, hope you guys had a great day. I'll see you guys later. I have the white man run the stream, but you know, that'd be me, actually.
He is the whitest guy here.
That's true. Oh God. What? I don't know, man. Like, you know, the year's almost over. I can't wait for a good year of movies outside of the troons and the maps that we were talking about earlier. They should all get a fucking wood chipper. But you know, today, that's what I'm talking about today. Oh my God, it just popped up.
You're not getting a good movie, a year of movies next year. I tell you that.
You know, while he pulls it up, I gotta say, Fan Impulse's article about Craven. The title of it is "Craven Tops Madam Web."
That's not good at all. They're making
say it's
good
slower.
That's like saying herpes is better than syphilis.
Is it?
I just want to say, if you Google that online,
They
you're
made
gonna
a
get
movie-
a whole lot of really bad search results for
Made
Craven.
a movie
Tops
called
Madam Web.
Craven. If they made a movie called Craven Tops Madam Web, it would make a lot more money for sure.
Smart of Darnell to put on sunglasses to hide his appearance. You guys, I hate you all. I hate you all. But earlier, when I was at work today, James Gunn did drop the first. So the first trailer should be coming in a couple of days. Actually,
Yeah,
I'd imagine he
Thursday.
dropped it on Thursday. Yep.
You shit.
Which is good because I'm gonna be off that day and I can instantly do my reaction. But no, people are like, this doesn't look good. This looks perfectly fine. This looks fine.
Actually, it kind of reminds me of an Alex Ross.
Sorry about that.
That's what he's going for. He's doing a Kingdom Come type movie. That's what he's doing.
Yep.
I can tell you the reasons that I don't like it. I think the best promo that I would have liked to see, I know that was a fan-made thing, was when Superman and Krypto were like sitting on the moon, like watching the Earth rise up. That's
like that.
kind of what I was
Cute.
hoping for a James Gunn type of, when he was talking about, I want to go back to like this pure idea of Superman.
I'm curious
if you guys have been to my channel and seen how I feel about Superman. Superman's all about hope. Seeing like a big blurry line, I don't really care. This kind of, actually the big blurry line kind of reminds me more of the Snyder aspect of, we can't kind of really see what we're going with. It's blurry, and Superman is Superman because we labeled him as Superman. I like honestly, the best thing that I would like to see as a Superman poster is him walking a little old lady down the street, and then he's got one arm here, and then when you look and see what that arm is he's
have him
blocking
floating
a
next
bus
to a
from hitting
tree
her.
and grabbing a cat out of a tree.
That's
Yep,
what- that's what I
absolutely.
need.
Yep,
There
the
you
big
go.
blue Boy Scout. That's what I want to see.
Also,
So, that shot of him with Crypto on the moon, I thought that was like
It's so
the
cute.
best.
Those
Here's
so
an idea.
awesome,
Why don't, let's
yeah.
get be a poster of him playing fetch with with like a little asteroid in space with Crypto.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm going to play a
That
little
would
bit
be
devil's
great.
advocate here. I actually like the poster. I think it reminds me back of like the
It's good.
50s, the golden age. I mean, this makes me think of the old Superman back when it was just hope, and you didn't have to get it with all this like, oh, he's Superman, but there's a darkness to it. This kind of makes me think of back in that old day when it was like you knew he was gonna win the day. You had no doubt in your mind. It was just fun to watch him go out there and just be the ultimate good guy. That's
But
kind
you know
of
it's not what's going to
Silver
happen in the
Age.
movie. You know
Well,
they're
I
going to do
know
it in the
what
movie.
I'm gonna state my
From
happy
what I
place.
understand,
The door
what I
shut. I'm
understand from
staying
the
here.
movies, or from what I understand from like some of the story that's kind of been leaked, is like all the other heroes that are in it have gotten to the point where they straight up will like murder people, and Superman's the one who doesn't, and then he gets to like kind of put them back right or whatever. That's the
Yeah,
theory that's going out. I have no idea how it's going to
fucking
work.
like
What's your
that at
opinion on
all.
that?
I don't like
Oh.
that at all. And let me tell you why is because we gave Snyder so much shit for introducing too many things at once. And now you're trying to introduce like the Green Lantern Corps, Mr. Terrific. Like I said,
Mrs.
you're doing all these things. I don't even know what
Hawk Girl's
Creature
gonna be in there
Commandos
too.
is gonna like add to the
Well,
situation.
Creature Commandos has already
Superman
attacked
needs to be-
anybody who is not on the left side, so it's already not off to a good start.
Oh, and
Third
what
episode
we
was
immediately
the
out the
worst
bat.
thing ever, but the
and
first
I'm
two
such
sucked.
a huge comic book guy, but what did they call the one where it's the Justice League, but it's the dark one. It's the Grant
Justice League
Morrison.
Dark?
The
The
Injustice.
Authority?
It was like the
No,
The
no.
Authority, yeah, it's Authority, I think.
Yeah, the Authority. The
Yeah,
Authority.
That's
Authority's
all.
gonna be
That
in there
comic
too.
is
Okay,
also
they're doing
shit.
so if you're gonna have Superman land down and go, I'm the bastion of what right and wrong should be, which Superman should always be. Superman should be this thing where it was like, I see humanity. I was raised in humanity. I think humanity can do better. I
favorite thing-
am that thing. Like,
better, Senator.
I hate the
no.
Christ-like
No.
aspect. I love the Moses aspect where he's like, I will lead you to the promised land.
Oh,
My
yeah.
favorite statement about Superman is he is so alien that he's more human than any human.
Yeah, absolutely. All-Star Superman is probably one of my favorite stories ever.
It's a great book. Yeah, I love the book. Yeah,
yep.
it's great. Mhm.
But
Wait,
if you're gonna do that, do the Authority movie fucking first. Like, don't introduce Superman and have him be this, because it sounds like he's gonna descend and go like, I'm the guy who's gonna show you the better way. Well, then show us the worst way first.
Here's what I think. I'll just say this. Here's what I think. I think it's gonna play out like that one animated movie, Superman versus the Elite Four or some shit like that. I think it's gonna play out similar like that. If it does,
Okay. That
that's
movie was
gonna be
good.
actually great. If it does, somewhat turn out, that'd be awesome, honestly. But
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, I'm
It's supposed to be Kingdom Come,
Hold on,
isn't it?
hold on.
Like most of it.
come on. Bob,
No,
Bob,
Kingdom
How
Come
can
is
you do
way
Kingdom
different.
Come if you don't establish you Superman?
That's the
Hang
thing
on a
is,
second.
it can't be Kingdom
How can
Come.
Superman retire?
Shh. Bob, movie guy, what do you think of the image?
I like the poster, and
I think poster's good.
you know,
Yeah.
Oh, we're on a poster.
I kind of got the tone more of hope and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It kind of reminds me more of thinking back to what I remember Superman being growing up as a kid. You know, thinking back to the Christopher Reeves movies and stuff like that. Obviously, you're never going to duplicate that. I mean, you know,
Mhm.
Christopher Reeve was Superman, and he's always going to be Superman. But if you can, you know, tap into that somewhat, you know, I'm all for it. And that's kind of the feelings that I got from this image. And then just to kind of mention Sammy, you had mentioned that about showing the worst side of humanity first. Maybe that's what they are doing with Creature Commandos, because these are not exactly good dudes. I mean, I kind of am digging Creature Commandos so far. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best, but it's not. But it's far from the worst thing that I've seen. I've been entertained by it, and maybe that's kind of what they're getting, is to show us the worst of humanity first. And we're kind of coming into that world with Superman. Obviously, I mean, this is all just rumor until we actually see the movie, but that's just kind of what I'm getting from it.
I just wanted to point out.
I agree with you, but the Authority is already on the list.
Right,
so,
right.
Like,
well, the problem is nobody knows the Authority other than comic
and then they're
fans.
going to introduce the Authority.
And you're probably right. They probably should have done the Authority first, given if that's the direction
they need Superman to be a huge hit, so then they actually still fund this.
Yeah, because keep in mind,
if they drop Authority first, nobody knows who that is really.
They actually took off the release dates of the other movies. If you actually look at the website, they took off the release dates because they need to see if Superman's an actual hit first to see if anything else could come after that.
Yeah, if this fails, none of those other things are getting made. It's just
I mean, I have so many other problems with other things that they're doing, where they're introducing characters going like, well, this character's like in his mid 40s, this character is doing
why is Supergirl there?
Exactly.
I'm gonna jump in on that. Like, why are they even introducing these other characters? Why can't we just have a Superman
exactly
movie? Why not just go back to basics? I mean, just
exactly.
They said it's like 90% Superman movie.
Superman should be the big, like, how do you do? You know, if you want to do world's finest, and don't get me wrong, I'm always waiting for that moment where Robin like shows up in front of Superman and goes like, hey, we're gonna do this, and like Batman goes, shut up. Sorry, it's my wife calling.
Oh my god!
I was waiting for that.
He wasn't telling us to shut up. He was telling us.
The punchline. I was literally waiting for it.
Is Superman? And then Batman shows up and says we have to do this, and this little kid shows up and goes like, and we're going to do this, and Batman goes, shut up and wait in the Batmobile. Like, you know, like, you're not ready for this. Like, I'm waiting for that moment where like Robin is like truly introduced into the world. Like, we never saw that. Like, all we ever got was Chris O'Donnell doing like kung fu laundry.
We tried to
like where he was like, Val Kilmer's like, I'm gonna adopt like this 43-year-old man. You know,
well, I'm gonna jump in on that one, saying like, well, everybody wants their MCU because those movies made billions and billions of dollars, but everybody's trying to jumpstart it. It was the same thing that happened with the Justice League. They were like, oh, let's just skip all the front part and just jump right into it. What they need to do is they need to actually look at what made the MCU popular. You had separate superhero movies. So if they want to go back to it, they need to have a Superman movie. They need to have a Batman movie. If those movies are successful and people enjoy those, then you can have the team-up movie, just kind of like they used to do with the old animated shows. It used to be Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series. They're both doing good, and they would go, boop, and then those are fantastic.
I just want to tackle on really quick to what you guys are saying. So I will say this. A lot of the DC animated movies that a lot of people love and like, they're already kind of in a sense of like, you pluck this character right in this setting and the world kind of evolves around
and you don't need an origin every person.
No, the first movie was the Justice League movie. The first animated movie was the Justice League, and they set up every character in that movie excellently.
Yeah, these people are already old too. Yeah.
The other thing is, you do not need to explain superheroes. We know who most of these characters are, and if we don't know that character, we know enough about them. It doesn't matter what run I read. I can pick a Superman comic and I generally know how he's going to behave. I generally know how Spider-Man is going to behave, how Captain America will behave. It's consistent because these are the same character. You don't need to set up everything. Just drop us in. And if you want to do a really good origin movie, you do that later at this point.
We're past that point.
Or I will say this. You could also just introduce it in the movie. There's many ways of introducing like an origin story or a pivotal moment. Like hypothetically, randomly, let's say Hot Girl is like feeling down and she can't come together again. She has a flashback of like what happened to her. Just little things like that. You just all you do is just be creative. I don't think you have to necessarily have a bunch of characters like that. Most
if
of the
they
time.
do, if I'm sorry, go on.
No, fine. It's just I think you can actually do it similar to what the DC animated movies do. Just have them in the movie and just see how it plays out, because it worked out very well for them when they did that.
If they do a flashback, do a little 3-minute flashback. You don't need to have a 20-minute flashback or
Dude,
like flashback.
The way BBS did
3-minute
it was like 5 seconds. It was literally just
Or
5 seconds.
Even better, if you guys want to have the origin, you want to show them in their upbringing, that's been done to death. Skip that. Go to year one.
People don't want to see that anymore.
After they're established.
Yeah,
we don't want to see origins anymore.
You just gave us like an awesome. They gave us like 45 minutes in Craven, man, of a backstory, and you know, people loved it. By that I mean,
they sure they did.
Hated it.
All right.
What I was gonna say, I was gonna say, if you're dead set on showing the origin again, show it during the opening credits. Like as you're popping up, starring so and so, then you're having scenes flash here, flash there, and you're showing your origin right then and there during that opening 3 minutes where you're
kind of like Wolverine Origins,
credits, starring, directed by, and all that, and you get it out there. And you don't have to tell it in the movie itself, but you've gotten your origin in there just as a quick reminder. And
here's what you do:
and jump right into the action now.
Superman asks Batman, "What do we have on this guy
right now?"
And he tells you,
if you have a Max subscription, there's Superman the animated series. There's a 2-part episode called World's Finest, and that's when they incorporate Batman from Batman the animated series into Superman the animated series. That is the best way to do that ever, where Bruce Wayne is courting Lois Lane, and then Lex Luthor and the Joker have an idea that they want to take down both of their heroes at the same time. I didn't need an origin story on all of the characters and knowing why that they were doing this. I was aware that Batman was a character. I was aware that Superman was a character. Why don't you just fucking do that? Because the way that they did that was the best, most respectful way to handle those characters ever. That is one of the best things I've ever seen.
We all know those characters, but new kids coming up and stuff, they don't know them as well as
no. Here's what
they want to
and you know what? I will take that and I will shake my finger at you.
Oh my God! What
The
are you,
whole
an old
point.
man?
The whole point of that series was to introduce those people into those characters.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox real quick, because I think that's actually a bigger problem of what's going on with a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff today, is that there's no freaking mystery. If you gotta look at it, we gotta explore the backstory of this character. What's the origin of this character? What's this? My favorite director of all time is Alfred Hitchcock. I freaking love the guy. And his thing when he directed horror movies was, nothing that I can show you is as scary as what you can imagine. And that is beyond true. And we've lost that. We've got to explore what's Craven's backstory. What's his driving force? Does it matter? I mean, at the end of the day, does it really matter? What does that add to the character? What does that take away?
No, because we have to subvert expectations and instead of actually telling a goddamn story. Yeah. And so, where we go, hey, so, and it's gotten so fucking flagrant that we've gone to my best example is Cruella, the woman who is a fucking psychopath who wanted to make a coat out of baby puppies. Yeah. They tried to make her relatable.
Oh my God.
I got a better example for you.
Just misunderstood.
I have a better example for you.
I doubt it, but
Boba Fett. Oh yeah. Okay. When he came out in freaking was it episode 5, coolest freaking character ever. You didn't know what this guy did. He showed up, he kicked ass, he took names, he was gone. You're like, holy shit, I want to be Boba Fett. And then they start diving into the backstory of him. They got out the book of Boba Fett, and you're just like, what the hell? This guy is no longer
5 to 7 minutes in the movies.
Misused. They tried to make a woman whose sole objective is to chop up 101 little puppies and turn it into a coat. And make her not only relatable, but like someone that you could empathize with.
And let's not
Uh,
forget, they
it
actually
really
did
hurt the
already give us
puppies.
Boba Fett's backstory. It's called Jango Fett, and him being raised by
Okay.
Jango.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, Jango Fett, nothing. This woman, like I said,
No, I'm saying
wanted
that
to
was a
chop
good thing.
up
That was done
little
well.
puppies. You know, when you see a puppy, you go, "Hey, that's really cute,"
Oh, puppy.
and you went, "Hey, what if we chopped those up and made them into like a nice warm coat?" And like it
Minecraft.
went in 101 Dalmatians. You're like, "Hey, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that." They went, "Well, what if her, like what if her mom died?" And
And
you're
she had a
like,
bad
"No,
childhood.
what the fuck are you talking about?"
Okay.
Like you can't.
Don't they kill her mom with Dalmatians though?
Yeah, the Dalmatians push her
No,
off of a balcony.
actually,
Kick her
they're
off
not
a
even
cliff?
Dalmatians. Like dogs,
I
just
wanted
like
to get
knock
to
her
something else.
mother over a cliff.
But as you guys know, for myself, I'm looking forward to James Gunn's Superman movie because, to be fair, let's be honest here, it can't be anything worse than what Zack Snyder did. At least
can.
there's no way. I refuse to believe that.
I was in the army, and we had a saying when somebody says, "It's so simple that somebody stupid could do it," and we always go, "Is that a challenge?" I mean, like,
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
I can't fuck it up.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, you guys
So-
could get a Marine to do it.
So speaking of great movies,
Having
that
enough
came out,
crayons.
I'll say, speaking of great movies that came out 7 years ago, it was a movie called Star Wars: The Last Jedi, one of the cinematic masterpieces of all time, and we celebrated that movie's anniversary this week, boys. So, do you guys have anything good to say about The Last Jedi's 7th year anniversary? Oh, I do. I'm going to show
It
you
ended.
this.
It was 7 years ago.
I think the writers looked a lot like my Yoda cup.
The throne scene.
No brain.
The throne scene.
I just want to read this really
still looks
quickly.
You should
awesome.
watch Shadiversity's breakdown of the throne scene. You'll change your mind.
Luke Skywalker creating a projection of himself to
Still
help the
shot well.
Resistance escape when he himself was called to action through a projection of Leia in A New Hope is so poetic. The Last Jedi will always be one of the greatest Star Wars movies ever made.
The Last
at that.
Jedi needs to make like his lightsaber and get thrown off a cliff. All right, it just needs to not be there. Like
The Last Jedi was where I kind of like said I'm done with Star Wars.
Yep.
And it wasn't like I said, there's things where I said like the throne room scene looks cool. That was the whole thing where it looked like Hoth, and then it's a whole planet made of salt. Wherever, like visually that's all awesome, but I was already on the fence. But it was really an interview after that with Ryan Johnson where they were like, hey, like the views are in, people fucking hate your movie. would you change anything about your movie? And he's like, no, it's a perfect film. And I was like, fuck this guy. Everybody like Steven Spielberg like has regrets about films. Like you're gonna say it's a perfect movie, you fucking asshole. Like it was like you probably made arguably the most like arguable film ever, the most divisive film ever to like go out like, and you just sent it out there and you're just like, no, perfect movie. Like I was like, no, I'm fucking done. And everybody who supports him is an asshole at this point. I support no one at this. And you know what? I haven't seen anything Star Wars in theaters since,
The Rise of Skywalker
and
did
nor
it worse,
will I.
man. The Rise of Skywalker,
That movie was ass.
Rise of Skywalker is even worse because the movie starts off because Palpatine returns. And
Don't know what you're talking about.
It starts off in an opening caption. It says, "And somehow the Emperor returned." And I was like, "That is just a pile of shit. That is just
luckily missed that. Did not see anything after.
It's better than Jaws. The Rise of Skywalker is better than Jaws and The Thing and Jurassic Park. Cinematic masterpiece.
Right up there with like the usual suspects stuff.
The Rise of Skywalker is better than Jurassic Park.
It's up there with the likes of Kraven, Morbius, Venom: The Last Dance.
I would say the Rise of Skywalker is easily worse than all of those.
I'm gonna exclude myself. He just said fucking
bad.
Rise of Skywalker was better than Jurassic Park.
What, sir?
Good day.
All right,
Good day. Goodbye.
Just rage quit.
All I can say
go
is
ahead,
that,
Bob.
Fuck you.
all I can say is that a turd is a turd, no matter what its consistency is. And I think The Last Jedi is a film I hate more than The Rise of Skywalker because I think it's more disrespectful to Star Wars. The
Mhm.
Rise of Skywalker might be a worse film because it's an absolute mess of a film.
It's the culmination of the
Yes.
entire
And
thing.
so I think that's kind of where it is with the two films is you got one that's blatantly disrespectful, trying to undo everything that came before it. And then you've got the other one trying to pick up the pieces where you've got you got JJ. This is probably the only time I'll give JJ Abrams a pass, and not a complete pass, but where he wasn't left with much. And so he created
But he
for himself
started
a
it,
whole
though.
new set of problems.
He started it with
And-
The Force Awakens with all of his bad ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying
But
I'm not
it's
giving
like,
him.
how can I be a
complete pass
faggot in space?
because it would have been so easy to have this thing mapped out from the start as to
Yeah.
where this was going to go, but they didn't.
Why didn't they?
And so there are times where you can tell he's giving the middle finger to Ryan Johnson, and yet at the same time, he just created for himself a whole new set of problems. Like bringing Palpatine back was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life when it comes to movies. I mean, you undid Anakin's sacrifice, and then just what they did with Palpatine. 1 minute he's like, strike me down. Ooh, a dyad, and he's all excited to be alive again. It was stupid. That was just the most disjointed trilogy I've ever seen. And I actually kind of enjoyed The Force Awakens when it first came out. I understand there's problems with it, and I'm not going to deny that. There are issues with it, but on its own, I enjoyed
Like
it.
a trained
I have
Sith
never
Lord
watched
who-
it again since The Last Jedi came out.
A literal trained Sith Lord lost to a random bitch who had never picked up a lightsaber. Han
Yeah, that's
Solo,
why I say there are.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to
Yeah.
pick it apart, you can pick it apart in so many ways.
Oh, you know
Like,
what
just
killed
something
it for me, man?
simple.
What
Like
killed it for
something
me?
simple. How the hell
Yeah.
do you have Leia and Rey embracing? She just lets Chewie walk by right after Han.
Well, even worse,
kind of
Han
like, you gotta be
literally
kidding
knows
me.
his son is mentally deranged. He knows his son's been under the dark side for, they said, what, 10, 20 years? Walks up to him and tries to talk to him like he's been like a father to him.
Well,
And he just
hold
kills
on,
him.
hold on. As a dad, that is a believable thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Completely believable. But I know they put that in the movie so they could kill off Harrison Ford because he hated the fucking series.
Yeah.
His big thing he wanted when they came back was to kill him off.
Well, even they killed him off in like the most disrespectful way. They literally gave him a villain death. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. In every Disney movie, how do they die? Something happens and then they fall off. You don't see the body
Yeah.
land. I mean, they literally
he
gave the
ditched-
hero the
yeah.
villain death.
Remember, they also
He
made
ditched his
him
wife.
a
He ditched
bad
his kid.
father.
He ditched the whole fucking order. Not the order. He ditched the whole movement he helped begin.
Yeah.
He ditched everybody.
Don't worry, guys. The
Flag.
next movie somehow Han
Check
Solo
your,
returns. Don't worry.
Somehow Han survived.
Flag.
Somehow.
Check,
Didn't
flag.
Bob
Check your DM on Twitter.
didn't
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Ryan Johnson say he knew nothing about Star Wars?
Yeah, I think so.
And, like,
I
he came in
in
not
fact,
knowing
I
shit.
think I remember him actually saying that he strives to have films that are split with the audience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that goes back to what was said earlier, that he said that he thought it was a perfect film. That's the type of film he strives to make. He wants to make a divisive film. So in his
Yeah.
mind, that was completely perfect. It doesn't matter that it completely split the fan base. And I mean, it led to what started to lead down to the downfall of Star Wars. And again, The Force Awakens, we can pick that apart. But at the end of the day, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it. I still enjoyed the film for what it was. But I have not watched it again since The Last Jedi came out
Me
because
neither.
I didn't mind The Force Awakens.
Undid everything that came
I
before.
didn't mind it at first. Now it's like if anytime I've seen it, like the last time I accidentally saw it is when I was getting a haircut and they was just on at my barber shop and I was like, oh, I haven't seen this in a minute. And I
You
was
probably
like,
thought, do they have
oh,
anything
it's really
better to play?
bad. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that
just
movie
play
has no
whatever, man.
rewatchability. The Force Awakens literally has no rewatchability. It's not good itself. J.J. Abrams sets up everything bad. He got the Rise of Skywalker because of everything he set up. Rey is not. I know people for some reason give her this leeway of like, well, she wasn't given good material. I'll ask you this: you guys have all seen a lot of movies. How many really good actors or decent actors were given nothing and still gave you a quality performance, even though it was bad? Why is she just why is she given a free pass? Her acting sucks. Shit. Her acting is bad.
I literally just got in a conversation about this. Everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, she's doing great. She's doing that." I was like, "Why is everybody giving her a pass? If you go
If
back
that
and
was
you
the
actually
guy,
look at
no
her
one would give him a
acting,
pass. No one would
it's
give him a
just
pass.
No, that's not entirely true because there are a lot of really shitty movies with Robin Williams in them, and I give him a pass in every single one of them.
Oh my
The
god.
difference is he has a proven
it's
track
Robin
record.
Williams.
Daisy Ridley
your mouth.
does not have a proven track record. She has never been a good actress
Exactly.
in anything she's ever done.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like
No,
she was
guys, the
like,
next
"What's
Star
that
Wars
word?"
will star Rachel Zegler, and it'll all be saved. Don't worry about it.
I hope so. I really
Zegler,
hope.
Weird.
Zegler
At least she's
and
more
what's her face
attractive.
are going to be the two main characters.
I'll give her this. Rachel Zegler is more
Man,
attractive than Daisy
They
Ridley.
need to
a
make
certain
her
degree.
make her a Sith Lord, dude.
Oh, really? I would fuck Daisy Ridley over
Really?
Rachel Zegler.
Yeah.
Ask this-
Oh yeah,
Did you
Yeah,
guys
but
ever-
Daisy Ridley looks like
Oh,
she uses teeth.
dude. I
you
know
don't understand how much the
random girls who sell
flapping of the
elotes that
mouth.
look hotter than Rachel Zegler. Like,
Oh my god.
Did you guys see that?
Daisy
I don't
Ridley
remember the name of the
actually,
channel. I think it was called.
throughout of
Prison.
all this Star Wars shit, has managed to keep her mouth shut and managed to be fuckable this entire time. Rachel Zegler has opened her mouth any chance she gets and has been
and never for a
retarded.
fun reason. Never for one of the fun reasons.
No,
ever.
it was
what you
never
saying,
like,
Bob?
oh, I
Yeah,
like
so-
whipped cream and strawberries. Like, no, it was never anything fucking cool. It was never anything I would like to hear. It was always like, oh, no, like white men are fucking terrible. And you're like, oh, okay, well, bye. Well, it's nothing that I'm interested in hearing. But any single time that I've heard fucking Ray talk about anything, it was always like, I'm
She
grateful
always
to
seems
be a part
fine.
of this.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And she, does she look like a giant set of teeth with a pussy on it? Yes. But
I love the way you describe women. Bob, what did you want to say?
I was going to ask if you guys ever saw. It was something done. I don't remember the name of the channel. I think it's called Prism, but they did a what if episode 7 didn't suck, and then what if episode 8 didn't suck. I mean, they went through the whole trilogy.
They do like the AI
It was
stuff, right?
actually pretty cool. And the premise that they start off with, Rey's actually a Sith when it starts. She's a Sith apprentice.
oh,
And
Duel
I
of
thought
Fates.
that was a lot more interesting what they did with her character. So it wasn't even the character; it was how they wrote the character.
Mhm.
Because they turned this on this website, they did something completely different with her character, and it was much more entertaining.
Yeah.
what they did. I'm sitting there listening to it, and I was like, "Hey, this is kind of cool."
No,
It sounds cool,
that's one of the funny things is The Last Jedi, it's actually the least divisive of all the movies. Is if someone made a great point, if you stop the trilogy at Empire Strikes Back, people would have hated that movie too. It's where they went with it, and that's really on JJ Abrams. And did Ryan Johnson make some like very, very drastic decisions? Sure, but like you didn't land it. If you would have had landed it, the Duel of Fate script and everything. And the one thing that I always find funny is like everybody wants to give like Chewbacca a medal. Like that's the one thing that was always in that, but it was like, no, if you could have done something interesting, like I don't know, like exploring like the Knights of Ren, or things that you've mentioned that like we didn't see. Like the best part about the sequel trilogy were the things that we didn't see, where like, oh, we have like, how did the First Order like come into like power? Like, it was like
Somehow.
got done fighting off the fucking Empire. Why are they a thing now? It was
Yeah, like 15 years
so-
later, they're the most this big galactic fuck off fest, and the New Republic is so corrupt and
You
shit.
say
Like,
that, but we're
really?
actively watching the UK vote that system in. So
No, but I'm just saying there. So it's not to say that they were all every single movie was bad to a certain extent, but there were great things in there that you could have explored. My favorite one was Finn, exploring.
Liar, your favorite
could have
characters in a black eye.
absolutely gone through as you did with the droids and have them in the original trilogy, I mean, the droids, R2D2, C3PO, basically, you know, like they did with what Hidden Fortress, you could have gone through and shot that through a stormtrooper who seceded, and that would have been an interesting aspect. You could have gone through a point of view of a person who grew up on this desert planet who might be a little similar to someone else that we know, uh, and
Right?
watch that from her eyes. You choose to do none of those things. Every major point that like you wanted to do, Finn should have died in what, The Last Jedi, when he was going to sacrifice himself, and then Rose stopped him from anything that was interesting. They tried to do something that was safe, and it didn't amount to anything, and that's why no one's going to remember any of the sequel movies. And it's not because that there weren't good ideas there. It was because they tried to make it safe. And that's why, low key, I think that Rose Tico is going to be one of the most expensive uh, uh, action figures moving forward, because no one bought one. And eventually, just like Action Comics #1, eventually it's going to
It'll be a
go.
collectible. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a collectible. It's not because it had a shiny cover moving forward. It's because no one fucking bought one. And then all of a sudden, everyone's going to be like, holy shit, you got a Rose Tico in the box? And it's going to be because no one had a Rose Tico. No one wanted to buy Rose Tico, but Rose Tico exists. And eventually, that's going to be the most expensive fucking action figure ever.
So I'm going to push
That's
back
my
on that a
thing.
little bit. You said that they had good ideas, but they weren't executed. I don't think that they had good ideas. I think they had good moments that came out of accident. But I think that the overall idea of the actual sequel trilogies, I think it was bad. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I
Oh,
think
I
that
agree with
entire
that for
overarching story
sure.
was bad. And they had moments where good things could happen. Like, honestly, I think it would have been phenomenal if Rey went to the dark side. I legitimately
Oh,
thought
I
that's the way they
agree.
were going.
Here,
But
hold on.
that wasn't,
I want to
yeah.
stop you. Some of my favorite ideas that happened were in scripts that didn't actually come to fruition. I think Duel of Fates is superior to Rise of Skywalker. Like, I think there's a lot of things that we could have had that they set up that we just didn't get, and that was because one, they didn't like literally go up to a whiteboard and like chalk the shit out, and we didn't get that. But another thing too is we didn't trust, and they did this on the original trilogy, is trust the directors, where like like when Ryan Johnson stirred shit up, they literally cut out the third director. I can't even remember his fucking name. And they
Trevorrow,
brought
wasn't it?
J.J. Abrams back, and I think that was a poor decision, uh, wholeheartedly, to do that. But I agree with that. But I'm saying some of my most favorite moments in the sequel trilogy are in reading the scripts of things that didn't happen. I would have much rather have seen what I got in script rather than what I got on the screen.
I would have seen the movies end shorter. They're like 2 hour slog fest. Like if this shit was like an hour, bro. These
No,
ones
no,
are 2 hours and 30 minutes.
let's later finish. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't trying to
Oh yeah.
cut them off at the knees here. I'm just saying, like, there are ideas that I really, really enjoyed, but none of them made it to
Yeah.
the actual.
Yeah, I mean, they should have sat down. I mean, like we couldn't go over the shoulda, woulda, coulda thing, but I really think that it was just bad from the beginning. Instead of going and so like if you look at honestly the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy, they are vastly different. And the sequel trilogy is an attempt of retelling of the original trilogy, and I think that that is another just negative thing. Instead of doing that because they're like, oh, this works, let's do this again. They should have taken a risk. They should have done something else. And that's that's just a major problem with Hollywood in general right now. But at the same time, looking back at it, look at all the original stuff that is coming out though. Like everybody's demanding original stuff, but like look at this year. Look at all of these movies that come there, and they suck. And the majority of them are original things. I just think that there is a systemic problem with the writers, because if you go back, and I don't remember who said it, but there was a comic book writer that was talking about how they had a whole bunch, they were doing a signing, and a whole bunch of these fanfic people were coming up, and they were tossing their ideas at them, and they were sitting there going, you signed the book, you go, oh yeah, that's a great idea, and as soon as they leave, you go, oh my god, thank god they don't write comic books. But those people are now the fanfic writers that have these awful ideas, are the really passionate ones, so somehow they've gotten into the writing spot, and so it's just a lot of really bad writers, so we can ask for the original thing, but it's still gonna suck. I think we just need
it's
a
been
clean house.
infiltrated. It's been infiltrated by like bad actors who
Well, I think it's more than just
they have
bad
a certain
actors.
narrative that they want to
See,
project.
I keep on hearing that, but I think it's more than that. I think it's
I
not
think
just
they're
bad
literally
actors.
creatively
It's just
bankrupt.
they're just
Here,
bad
okay,
writers.
I'll give you a great example of what I'm talking about. The Acolyte. Everyone can laugh, get your 7 fucking
Well,
chuckles out.
it's
What
just a
they had
badly
in the
written show.
Acolyte was a Jedi Wookiee.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Okay, no, but I'm serious. Oh, they had a Jedi Wookiee that was totally misused throughout the entire series, where you had a character where instead of using a force push, you could use a force pull, and all of a sudden, like, now you're in front of me and I'm a Wookiee. Why didn't you utilize that? Because, like, from what I have been led to believe from many, many movies, that is, if Wookiee doesn't like you, he'll just tear your fucking arms off. Now you have this, and he's force pushing people away from him. Why wouldn't you draw people in and start
and then use
being
your
fucking
strength?
Wookiee?
You're supposed to be
Yeah.
like 4 times stronger than a regular person, or however much it
Absolutely.
is.
So I'm saying
Like
it's
fighting a gorilla,
not
you know.
it's not that I'm saying that I hate every single thing that these people come up with. I think Jedi Wookiee has been coming down the pike for a long time, but all of a sudden that now that these things are in front of you, you misutilize them, and or they're just something that is just like cast aside, and you're going like, well, as someone who's been watching these and taking these even though you threw it all out, like, I love the Dark Horse comics, and all of a sudden you're just not going to use them, but also you're going to cherry pick from these things because you just don't want to give these writers credit when credit's due for certain things. I can't even remember what the metal was that deflects lightsabers, but when you're talking about that, like, but what I'm talking about is like Jedi Wookiee, like you couldn't even figure that out correctly, and then all of a sudden we're just kind of sitting here, and then we have to sit here and act like we don't understand what went wrong when it doesn't get approved for a second season. When you manage to fuck that up, like, I from a drunken stupor, I could wake up and tell you 7 great stories what you could do with a Jedi Wookiee. I mean, for Christ's sake, like, even like, give me a Jedi Wookiee. Here, I'm gonna go like this. Jedi Wookiee, Order 66. Let him plow through a bunch of fucking stormtroopers and just, maybe seclude himself and set out beacons for maybe any Jedi who survived Order 66 to, like, reach out to him, or, things like that. I was like, that is a powerful, powerful being. You're looking at, like, the inverse of Yoda, who is, like, powerful from, like, the inside, who's powerful with the Force. You're looking from someone who's powerful from the outside, who, like I said, instead of the Jedi push, the Jedi pull. I'm here. I'm a giant fucking bear basically, who can claw you to pieces. Like, we didn't explore that. That's nothing that we decided to go with. It was just something that we just kind of wrote off, and everyone dies in a forest like an asshole. Like that's why the fucking acolytes sucked. It wasn't because we were like, oh, because they have twins. It wasn't because I threw this out there all the time. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't knock your main characters out 6 or 7 times because you're not smart enough to fucking replace your character and forward
I
your
just wanted to
fucking
point out,
storyline.
Cyphax had sex with my wife, and I watched, and he blew his load in her face, and then I licked it off her face.
Friend of the channel.
Just,
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
So I will say, if Michael Jordan told me to stop and get some help, I would listen.
Real quick, just to kind of go back to the sequel trilogy. If you were going to revive this thing, the way it should have been done, I mean, they had everything gift wrapped for them. You had all of the original actors back. I mean, it's very simple. Episode 7, the original cast should have been the main characters, and you
didn't put them all in one room.
Yes, and then you introduce your new characters in that episode. Episode 8, they've got more split screen time with the newer characters beginning to take more of a lead. And then by the time you get to episode 9, they are the lead characters with the originals kind of taking more mentor type roles. Like Luke Skywalker would have been perfect as a Yoda type character in episode 9 because I mean that's the blueprint. Look at what they did with Cobra Kai, for example. You've got your legacy characters introduced from the get-go. They are the main characters, but they introduce the others, and by the end of the first season, your new characters are getting just as much screen time as your legacy characters, and you didn't have to crap all over your legacy characters at the to build up your new ones or anything like that. That's how they should have done the sequel trilogy. You start with your legacy characters, because that was what, when we heard that Han, Luke, and Leia were going to all be back, that's what we were excited for. We were excited to see them in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. We wanted to see Luke doing some cool Jedi stuff. That's what we were anticipating, and they decided to go a completely different direction, kind of like what you said, to subvert expectations. And by doing that, they started off on the wrong foot altogether. I mean, the blueprint was there. Everything was gift wrapped for them. All they had to do was go through with that.
The only time that I heard people cheer in the theater was when Chewie and Han like looked around and they were on the Millennium Falcon, and went, "Chewie, we're home."
Exactly.
And people went like I almost like, I was like, like I was so excited to have those characters back in that setting. It didn't matter where it was, whether they found the Millennium Falcon in a trash yard, even though it would probably be in a fucking museum, because that was one of the fucking ships that helped like win against the Empire. But it doesn't matter. Here's the shit that I'm talking about is Kylo Ren is a great example where he kept like he wanted to emulate Luke Skywalker, and he realized he was not Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader. He was Darth Vader's grandson, and he kept worshiping at the helm. He somehow found Darth Vader's like burnt up helmet, and he was praying to that. Wouldn't it have been great, even though they did this in Kenobi, to have fucking Anakin's Force Ghost go like, "Hey, I was a Sith, like I died a Jedi, like Luke saved me, you should help save Luke." Isn't that the moment that we were looking for?
Yeah.
Isn't that the moment that we all wanted? Isn't that the moment that we didn't fucking get? Instead, we saw like space Mary Poppins Leia like flying through space. We saw all this other dumb shit, but am I the only one who thought that was gonna happen? Where like eventually, like a Force Ghost was gonna go to Kylo Ren and go, "Listen, like you are the son of the two most force capable people. It was like, okay, well, I kind of told on myself. Luke and Leia, no, they're brother and sister now. Like that spread out, but she eventually got with Han. But you are the son of one of the most force capable people. Nothing. That's nothing. It's like
I think we
he woke
expected
me
that,
up.
but I knew I wasn't getting that 5 minutes into the first
But
movie.
I'm saying it was like all of a sudden, but then they use a force ghost with Yoda going like, "Hey, everything that you thought wasn't a thing." So
We were
what?
assholes.
Didn't at the end of the at the end of the Last
Wouldn't have been
Jedi,
more effective. You could have gotten Hayden Christensen to come down going like, "I was a Sith. I died a Jedi." Does that
at the
not
end
mean
of
anything to you?
at the end of the Last Jedi, didn't they just start like kind of almost inferring that like almost anybody could be force
Yeah,
sensitive
they
too?
did.
And then in
They
the third
did,
movie,
yeah.
they
They
did
had a
nothing
little
with it,
fucking kid with a broom.
just like levitate it towards them. Yeah,
They had a kid with a broom. That was true. After they had this
and then they did nothing with it.
nonsensical, what I thought like that whole thing throughout like the weird space casino. It was
Oh
the same
God,
thing
yeah.
when I watched like the
Oh,
Hobbit
dude.
series.
Oh, the part
And
where
they
they
had like
went with
the
Finn
barrel ride. I
and
was like,
that
they're gonna
roast
turn
chick.
this into a fucking theme park ride.
Oh
This
God,
is
man.
what I thought when I was watching, when he was like riding through the
Yeah.
space casino. I was like, this is gonna be a ride. This
In
is
the space
this is
casino
what
scene,
this is.
remember they had to go talk to that one guy, the merchant, and then he betrayed them, and they were like surprised, even though
Whole
he
waste of storyline. Whole waste of storyline.
God,
he's
that
like,
was
No,
they're like,
but
you
also
betrayed
They
us.
could have
that
had
whole thing.
They could have had Rey
It's the whole
become a
thing of the
Sith, and
subverting
then
of the
have
expectations, where he's like,
Finn
"Hey,
become a Jedi. And
you thought I was gonna be a piece of shit. Turns out I'm a piece
Turns
of
out I
shit."
am. Like, what?
Dude, fuck you. That's not what Star Wars is. Like
Turns
Star
out I'm a
Wars,
piece of shit.
Star Wars is about the rebellion and about expecting the best of everybody. Like Han Solo is a piece of shit until he isn't. And then he decides that he's going
Luke's
to
a
be
piece
the
of
one.
shit.
Yeah, they're all pieces of.
Why didn't we
Besides,
have a
like
sex
Luke,
scene
who's
of Daisy
pure,
Ridley
Leia,
and
who's
fucking?
pure.
We needed Kylo Ren and Ray fucking. That
Lando's
would
a
make the
piece of
movie
shit.
better. I needed him to like bend her over and just go to town on that bitch, full blown doggy style. That bitch. That's what she needed to get her lightsaber up. She needed some dick. If we're being completely honest,
You're not helping. You're not
What?
helping.
What do you mean? She
At
needed
this
some
point,
fucking Kylo Ren load on her.
Kylo Ren load. Kylo Ren load.
Oh
is,
Lord. God, why was he always
Name of a
making
band.
weird faces,
I'm
too?
saying it's not
God.
that hard, guys.
It wasn't for Kylo. It wasn't.
Simply because I've been married for 10 years. It's not that hard.
Yeah, sex is easy. I have it every day with my wife in my pillow.
No,
in my hand.
Yeah, me too, man.
No, there's so much that you could have easily edited. Just like if you would have just talked about it with, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. We already made a better Star Wars movie.
So who's married on the
Really?
and the bar high though.
Sammy's married.
You didn't
Darnell's
troubleshoot
married,
this?
Slater's married.
It's a Phantom Menace all over again.
So we have 3 married guys and 4 single bachelors. Well, one for Bob's taken, so he doesn't count. So we have literally the white guys that are single. Oh my god, man. Ugh. All right. I'm just saying, man. If we had seen him like missionary style fucking Ray,
to me.
missionary style is
Yeah,
gay.
see, mine's by choice. It's not my choice, but it's by choice. you
I'm
know?
abstinent by choice. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I like to think that missionary style is, she's like, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Is that a corpse? What is that?
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Oh god, could you imagine her moaning after Kylo Ren just eats her fucking pussy out? Bruh, that's out of it. Oh, in the theater, I would have exploded. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
That seat would have been
MSK
fucking
watched-
crusty.
Taking off my glasses because I no longer want to see.
Yeah, I think that was the wrong Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a question for you: where do you go next with Star Wars?
Oh,
Nowhere.
you pull
Let
out.
it die.
You
Let it
yeah,
die.
you let it die for about 20 years
Okay.
and then try
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
20
Yeah,
no,
but
you already
what do you do?
killed the extended universe.
In
which
20
had
years, then I'll be
wonderful,
too old to give a
wonderful
shit
lore.
about it, and I'll never have to watch it anyways. So
All right, so let's say
Yeah,
that 20 years
I'm
has
hoping I
passed.
die.
How do you bring it back?
I'm hoping I'm dead before they revitalize.
So let's
You
say
look
that 20 years
disgusted.
happened. What do you do next? Your 20 years passed. Finally, people have forgotten the travesty that was the sequels. What would you do to bring it back?
You look disgusted. Take it away,
well,
Bob.
first we'd have to reopen all the theaters because they're getting closed down for sure
Yeah.
within 20 years because nothing is there. So you got to start over with the theaters too.
Okay.
Because that
Okay,
shit's
now we're
dying.
statistics here. Okay. Bob, what do you want to say?
Like if
Ground
it were
up, man.
me, I
Ground
would
up.
drop everything. I mean, I would drop it all. You give it some time because you know what is it they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So give it some time. I mean, granted, maybe not fonder of this, but you give it some time and you literally start over. I probably wouldn't do another sequel trilogy. I would just get rid of the sequels and I would jump ahead to a time we haven't seen yet. But if you did want to do another sequel trilogy, obviously your Harrison Ford's not going to come back, and obviously Carrie Fisher's no longer with us. So I think what you would do in a case like that, if you were going to do another sequel trilogy, and just or I shouldn't say redo it completely. I think you would focus on Luke being like a Jedi master in that he's already got a new Jedi Order going. He's got several new Jedi who have their own apprentices, and I think the story would focus on one of those Jedi and their apprentice, and Luke would kind of be the Yoda type character. Yes, I think that's where you would
20
go.
years.
No, not 20 years. Like that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
I'm saying,
Now,
Yeah,
if you're
probably more like
if
5
we're
to
waiting,
10.
No.
10, 15 years down the line, then I think you need to jump ahead into Star
No,
Wars.
hold on,
more that we
hold on.
haven't seen.
Hold on. No, Mark Hamill, even if he did it now, Mark Hamill is such a piece of shit that no. Sebastian Stan, didn't he do when he the face for the
I'd recast.
episode in season 2? Wait 20 years, plan, 15, 20 years ahead.
Yeah.
Sebastian Stan's gonna look young enough to play an older Luke and do like you just said, as the mentor.
I agree.
And I think that's where you go.
And you got to still make him talk like Yoda too.
Have
Just
a
make him
situation
sound
like a
like
dire situation.
Sebastian Stan said he would
like
gladly come back
Skywalker
and
I
do it
am.
again.
Yeah.
No, have like opening teaser, right? Droids, fucking everything that you can throw at Luke Skywalker. Sebastian Stan, Luke Skywalker looks around, just fucking clears out, and then was just like, that's it. And then you start to bring in actual lore from the extended universe. I'm sorry, I will never be okay that Disney got rid of the what do they call it now?
Legends.
Yeah.
Legend. Like
Characters.
Bring in the
They got rid of
fucking
the
legends.
characters.
Bring in the
got rid of the entire
storylines. Bring
franchise.
in the novels upon
You really watching
novels
Star Wars?
upon novels of lore that we have all
Look.
like come in to like bring. Like I said, I was a Dark Horse Comics kid. I was reading all of that shit, going like, "Oh, this is how the movies continued."
Yeah.
What
story
reason?
there. Yeah.
I have a perfect follow up to a Jedi, the 9 X-wing books, the original Thrawn trilogy, and I Jedi. Every year or two, I reread these books in a certain order that tells the story, or even chronological order, not release order, and it tells a fucking badass story that would have been a great 7, 8, 9 with a couple anthologies as the X-wing books.
There you go.
I'll even give you a better title. Give me like Samuel L. Jackson with like a big slash going down like his entire face, and he's like, "I'm gonna tell you a story about the Last Jedi." and then all
Somehow
the
out of
Jedi
Jedi as well.
Sebastian Stan, and he's just standing there with a green lightsaber, and then that's it. Like you just cut to nothing. Like I'm gonna tell you about the Last Jedi. And then boom, and there's Sebastian Stan just fucking standing there with his fucking lightsaber, and that's it. And like he's surrounded by everybody. Like that's what I wanted in The Last Jedi, where like he was gonna have that standoff, and Kylo Ren was like, focus all of your fire on that guy. Yeah, have all that, but have him not be like this weirdo who died on a rock. Like, have him be there. Have him be there. Have him fucking be there and have him tear shit up, because this is the dude who's been studying the Force for like, I don't know, 30 years since we last checked in with him. I would assume he would be fucking powerful. Instead, they were like, no, I'm just going to die like a douchebag on a rock. And then like, here's your keys back, Han. Oh, actually, they're not there. They're going to disappear too. Like it was such a cop out. It was such a terrible way to have this character that I don't know.
No, Walter,
that
we're
was
not
one of
bringing
my
back Jar
favorite
Jar.
characters
Jar Jar
growing up.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
I was
force
gonna say,
projects
like-
himself so far across the
He's
universe. He
Darth Jar
literally
Jar.
writes himself out of the own story. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And it
He's
was
like, I
one
need
of
to get
those
out of
things where it's
here.
like,
And
Before you
just
go,
disappears.
it
Arza,
was
what'd you
such a
say?
personal affront to me, where
Before
I
we
was
go-
like, this is a character that I had identified with so much. This is how you're gonna make Luke Skywalker a fucking space cock.
Jar Jar sucks
where he's
ass,
just gonna-
Michael.
Garza, what you got, bud?
Jar Jar.
Or
Jar
just
Jar
let's
should
go
have been a
Darth Jar
Sith.
Jar.
Jar Jar.
If they did the Sith thing with Jar Jar and just went ahead with like the memes online and all that stuff, it probably would have worked a hell of a lot better. People would have been like, okay, it's ridiculous, but at the same
Dude.
time, it'd be hilarious.
Should have given somehow
I
public
tell you what,
return to
if
be
they
in the body of Jar Jar.
if the last what the Force Awakens, if the last lines of it is Misa thinks you should die, and then like he did like Force lightning, everyone would have went fucking nuts.
I have an
Like-
idea. Oh my god, they should have did it like this in the Force Awakens, like in the first Saw movie. Have Jar Jar's body just sit there as Rey and Luke are there. Have Jar Jar pop up, have him just stab them both. Misa franchise is killed.
Yeah.
And just flip off the camera and leave. That's what we got. We basically got that. They flipped us off.
Let's play a game.
Misa play a
Misa
game.
thinks you
Oh,
should die.
shit. I'm not gonna lie. That first Saw movie is still fucking good. That shit has so much
Oh, no.
related to it.
I
don't know.
love
I
that
don't
the
know.
one guy laying there is the dude
Guess
from
what I
the
don't
Princess
saw?
Bride.
Huh?
Here's what I've done regarding Saw.
What are you doing? Where's your hands, Arza? Oh,
I've never seen. I was just trying to get there now. Guess I've never seen Saw either.
Thought you were playing Rivals, man. Boo
My
this
favorite thing
man.
about the my favorite thing about the Saw whatever like
sorry.
movies is he's like a social engineer, and like that's not really how those things work. Like but really it should be like, I've constructed a dog park next to the next to the nearest fire station. Let's play a game.
It'd
With the
be more
dogs
like,
barking,
like
wake up the firemen.
I made a playpen next to a sewage plant, and then they would just show a woman.
Yeah.
But no, I'm kidding.
Here's the nearest park.
Oh, before we go, Bob, he's got to dip out. It was great
Yeah.
having you, man, on here for the first time.
Thanks
on
for the
Monday.
invite. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Hopefully you have your
Yeah, man.
job.
Good
after
meeting
the
you.
show.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, don't
Nice to
show
meet
this
you,
to your
brother.
coworkers.
Yeah,
It
do
is,
you want
dude.
to plug? Do you want to plug anything beside my wife before you go?
Yeah. No, go ahead and come over to my channel. Check it out. The easiest way to find me is at Bob Loves Movies over on YouTube. Getting really close to monetization. I need just another 20
Not
subscribers.
after this.
I already got my watch hours, so I'm there. And then I've got another YouTube channel with a couple of friends of mine where we do a show kind of like this called Dad's Turn to Talk. Easiest way with to
I
find
can't
that.
join that show.
Just
You-
look it all up. Dad's Turn to Talk, one word.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, same thing. And go check us out
I
over
like
there.
that
We have
one.
a lot of fun over there as well.
So I can't join that. I never had a dad. So to show that I have to,
Man.
I can't see myself in that show.
I mean, if you go on there, you might find him there, though. He might be
I'm
there
interested
to
in that
talk to you.
one. That's
Coming
I
back.
got four kids. That's I'm interested in that one.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we talk. It's a little bit of everything. You know, we talk pop culture, movies, television, but we'll also talk sports and And sometimes we have some fun stuff like rankings and things like that. We've had some of the ladies from Dames and Dorks on.
Oh, nice.
We've also we had Blaine from Criticless on last week, so that was a lot of fun. So
yeah, man, it was good having you on. I'll see you next week. Okay,
absolutely.
Sammy, I know it's late for you. Do you got a dip too? I know you're on the East Coast too.
I do. Yeah, find me on Sammy3peat.
What if I don't want to?
Obviously on X. If you idiots haven't hit the like button on my channel, then I don't know how to help you, because I'm giving you some of the best news every Sunday.
On that note, can you please share the link of Scott Stapp in the Florida Marlins?
I can.
Please, God,
I know somebody that used to play in the Marlins, man.
All
His
right.
name was Juan Carlos Stanton. I grew up with that guy.
Did he do this? Did he hold on.
Well, the 405 is back up today.
Here, I just have a little something that I might share in the copy. Hold on, everyone. Calm the fuck down. It's gonna be great.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's gonna take 45 minutes to edit the video. It's fine.
I built my channel on this, so everyone.
There it is. Thank you, sir. You're a gem.
Just type in Bob Loves Movies. I was gonna ask him, Bob, what it tastes like, but that'd be a different kind of channel. Just imagine that. MSK, what it tastes like, a porn channel.
Scott Stapp is singing a song about the Florida Marlins, and if you would like to hear it, I don't think. Are you monetized yet? I'm not monetized yet, but this is
probably like 500 more hours to get there. I last time I checked, I was at 3,025. So
we're good. Just play this. This is
not the whole
like
thing.
What
I got a long
not the whole thing, but just just play it.
We'll do it at some point. But it's great having you, man.
No.
So it was great having you on for this Monday. Yeah.
Actually, could I send you something that I would like you to play? Because I actually I have a Batman.
A Batman.
You have a Batman?
I have a Batman.
I have a Batman. And, no, I have a Batman.
I have Batman.
You guys are making it worse.
I Batman too. It's fine, man.
No, I have a new show coming out called Cavecast.
Can this be accomplished? I know you're all.
As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol. As a symbol, I can be incorruptible.
He gave us a signal. Where are you?
Something elemental, something terrifying.
Yeah, so I'm going to be going very much into the lore of Batman and going from start to finish. If you're a normie, this will be I will give you a PhD in Batman.
No, get a whiteboard. I told you, dude, get a whiteboard you can roll. Literally draw it out on a whiteboard. This is where it starts, and this is how all the freaking arrows going everywhere.
I'm pretty much gonna do that. I mean, episode I have it mapped out. Episode 1, Bruce Wayne, Batman. Episode 2, what do you think episode 2 is going to be about?
I'm going to assume Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Bruce Wayne, Batman.
No, that's episode 1.
I know, but there's a lot to explain.
There's a lot
Joker.
No, maybe.
Joker's getting his own month. Episode 2 is The Cave. You want to know why the giant penny or the Tyrannosaurus is there? I'm going to be telling you about all of that. Okay. Episode 3
You skip
is
Adam
going to
West.
be. No, all of that's going to be there.
Damn it.
Episode 3. Episode 3 is going to be on, like I said, The Cave itself. And, I'm going through. If you want to know anything, you're going into the comic books. I'm starting out. I learned this. I just bought the Golden Age Omnibus the other day.
I had that one too for Batman. Yeah, first appearance. Yeah.
Reading all of those things. One of the things that I love sharing this with people.
Walter said, "Don't be like MSK, Sammy." By that, I mean MSK has an opening video that has nothing to do with any of the content he will actually talk about.
Well, trying to avoid that. We all talked
Good night,
about
Emily.
See you
the
later.
pearls falling in slow motion. We don't need to see Thomas and Martha Wayne die again. I was just on a chat the other day where we were talking about a Spider-Man thing where Uncle Ben dies over and over and over again. What would that do to Spider-Man? It doesn't matter. What I would like to see, there was a point in time where Thomas and Martha Wayne didn't exist. What was Bruce Wayne before that? Does anyone know? He was just a bored socialite. He was just a rich guy who was bored, and he just wanted to be Batman because Batman was the thing. And I will bring that up. I think Frank Miller kind of ruined that aspect of Batman, because there was an aspect of Batman where he was just like, I can be Batman. I'm rich as fuck. And I can just afford to do all these things. And he did. And that was something that got lost in the Silver Age. And we're going to talk about those things. And if you want to be a part of those things, I implore you to, go to my channel. There's a little thing that says subscribe. Click that. And we are going to get you all up to date on Batman. Court of Owls is probably going to be next year. But we're at the end of this year. So.
Hell yeah, man. And as you know, my own comic channel, not shamelessly plugging that either, even though I don't plug my wife. Sammy does that.
You should.
Not Sammy, fucking hell. Syfax. You guys are both white. You look the same. Syfax plugged my wife, and I like watching his. How many strokes you got, Syfax?
Well, I was actually going to bring this up when he was talking about the pearl necklace. I'm like, being around your wife so much, I've seen way too many pearl necklaces, so we need to get that out of there. We don't need any more of them.
So she likes anal beads?
Why,
man? Okay.
MSK is about as subtle. Well,
I'm not subtle.
It's like a sledgehammer to the throat or something. Like
MSK unplugs his wife and then plugs. What? MSK unplugs
and his wife plugs him.
That's gay. That's just gay.
When MSK is referring to 9 inches, he's talking about that strap-on that his wife uses on him.
No, I don't spread it.
There's
like
a folder called the pegging, but no.
Oh fuck! Oh god! Also, if you guys watch the show back on the replay, sorry.
Darnell's been done with this for like an hour now.
Sorry if you guys watch the show back on the replay. Sorry if we got like a little over talkative. It's all excitement. I'd rather have us talk a lot than no talking. You know how many times I've had one-on-ones where the person gave me like one-word answers and there's nothing there. I had to just end the show.
You good, baby?
Yeah, because ours will talk the most. You son of a bitch.
Boobies.
God. Why aren't you having threesomes right now in college? Man, just blow your load in them and leave. It's not that hard.
Because I like not having diseases.
Why are you assuming they have HIV or herpes or syphilis or gonorrhea?
Because I go to this campus. I know
smart.
the people here.
God, just suck it. Just do it in their buttholes or something.
All right.
You need to be going to the campus in a whole different way.
Do you guys think that any of these people would clean their butts or go on liquid diets to keep it clean? No, I don't want a shitty dick.
Okay, Arza. Okay, Darnell left.
Oh God.
Good Lord. Arza, you misunderstood MSK. He is the strapple. Okay, now Sammy left. Well,
Like, wait, I'm done with this shit.
Literally.
Cannot
Darnell's
blame him.
back.
Cannot blame him. I should do the same thing.
I had to click my mouse to turn it back on. It was hovering over.
Oh yeah, that's he had an easy escape route.
But-
He just came.
Since you
Dude,
mentioned
you had it
that,
out,
no.
man.
Walter just said your wife is an electrical appliance.
Is that just a light behind you, Darnell? Because every time I see you, it seems like the sun
Yeah,
is
it's a
just
light.
setting.
It's a light.
Okay,
It's a light.
It was like,
It's a light.
all right.
Yeah,
It looks
it's-
like a
it's-
sunrise on Sunday morning.
It's a light.
Well, it's like it doesn't matter what time I've seen him on, whatever. There's just that bright light
Listen,
there, and I'm
good,
like, are
baby.
you just constantly just getting hit by the sun? What is?
I live on the sun.
Yeah.
Secret side. I live on the sun.
But no,
Good,
I
honey, child.
do
You know,
want to
shirt.
thank
That's
all
what
the
he needs
guys.
the glasses for. He's like, dude, it's fucking bright as shit in here, guys. Like,
Sun never sets on a badass, baby.
I hate all of you. I just
I
want to say
thought you
thank.
had to go.
I just want to point out, thank you to all the guys that did come in. It was great having the bro time with you guys tonight. Hopefully we can do this.
Coming, guys. We got it.
Unless we can have this multiple weeks, as you guys will be on here. So just as you know, I'm the
Every
resident
single
white
Monday.
guy. I'm the white guy here. If you refer to me as a black guy, you're done. Don't ever refer to me as one of them vine swingers.
Why?
I don't know how to respond.
Why?
To that.
I will never be one of them in my life.
You want me?
Sorry, there's a police siren coming down here. Literally, a black guy is running down the street. So you know what time it is.
They're coming for you, MSK. That's what you get for doing hate speech.
Hate speech. I love doing
You know
hate
what?
speech.
We don't live in the UK yet.
I gotta
This is
get
not true.
home.
Tiny rejected MSK once, and now he did. First of all, I never got rejected by Tiny ever. I would never sleep with her. I have standards. Second of all, no, that's it.
She's
There's no
too
second of
old.
all. She's got a lot
too
of
old for
baggage.
him.
Too old, a lot of baggage. She, her opinions literally make me want to drop a pencil in my ear. Honestly,
Really? I think she's hot.
she's about a good 6 out of 10 for her age, actually.
I'm
All right,
old.
I'm gonna have to dip here also.
Oh yeah, man, it was great having you on for the first time, dude.
Yeah. it was great seeing
Hashtag
everybody.
wood. Gotta go.
yeah, I actually,
I'll catch you
I
guys.
need to as well.
Okay, we'll see you guys later.
Hey,
You guys
Hey,
have a good
Slater,
one.
you
No,
wanna
I
plug
am
I'm a
something,
actually-
dude?
black lesbian.
Hold
Do you
on.
like
Slater,
my
you wanna
knuckles
plug something, dude?
cosplay?
No, yeah, I'm just starting everything.
All right, buddy. It was a good
But
meeting
when
you,
I do
man.
have something to plug, I'll plug it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude.
So later,
All
man.
right, catch you guys.
Fact, you want to plug anything beside my wife?
No, you can just find me at Syfax or YouTube / @Syfax, whatever. I'm finally over 100 subs, so that was cool. I wanted to hit that milestone before the end of the year. I think last time I was on here, I was at like 70, so I was like, all right, cool. Like at least as long as it keeps moving up, that's great. Fantastic. I'll probably just do, I think, Cobra Kai this week. I don't know what movies are coming out, but I try to keep up with
Sonic
whatever
3's
the new
coming
movies
out,
are.
and Mufasa.
So
They're
Sonic
coming on the
3.
same
So
day.
I'll probably see Sonic 3.
Yeah,
then, and
I
I'll
forgot.
do a
There's just
review
Sonic
on
3
that.
coming out. There's
And
Mufasa.
I think
then-
Night Bitch is coming out too.
There's just Sonic 3 coming out this week, honestly.
Yeah, only Sonic 3. That's the
Night
only movie.
Bitch.
No.
It's just-
The bitch first. Night Bitch.
I've heard it's whatever, but because I know a couple
Sonic 3
people
is?
who've seen it already. But so yeah, that's about it. And then on Thursdays, you can find me over at like Hold My Dual Shock, and then random nights. I mean, hell, even maybe tonight. DA kind of does random streams. Derek Anderson.
Yeah.
He does like nightcap streams usually around like 10 o'clock, and then on Sundays he does he does a show around like 7 to 8 o'clock, depending on whenever he wants to jump on. Usually I'm on there, so you can catch me there and check out my videos. But no, it's great being on here. Thanks for inviting me. It's good to see you guys again, and I'll catch you like this Wednesday. I'm getting a tattoo, so I probably won't
see
be
you Saturday.
available. So I'll probably be able to jump on Saturday though. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah.
You guys have a good one, man. Peace out.
Don't turn to blackface, and if you do, send me a picture.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I'll just make sure to get a green screen, but only for my face, and just black it out. No. All right, man. You guys have a good one.
Shit.
Peace.
Later, man.
Later, man.
See you, mate.
And now it was just us three, like it was before. You guys are the sole survivors. All the white men left me.
Just like your dad.
He wasn't black. He was black, so he definitely for sure left.
And just like Kim, they won't be coming back.
They will come back. I promise you.
Only once they find where that mysterious milk gallon is.
No. Usually I would probably have a topic laid out, but I just wanted to chill today. We had a long work week and we had a long day, so I just want to just relax, talk about fisting my wife, and talk about how much you guys thrust in women. So,
Look, if you just want to talk about random stuff, I just had a video hit 80 comments. Half of them are me responding, but it's all hate comments. People are not happy with my video.
What did you do?
You know what? Fuck them. It was on the intergalactic the heresy prophecy.
We're gonna respond. No, let's read them live. I know. I watch your stuff. I put it on watch later. I watch it. I'll make sure to like. I don't really leave likes.
I don't believe you watch my stuff.
I don't. That's what they say to do. They say to like first initially. Didn't I comment on one of them?
I don't know.
No. Oh my god. I subscribed to your gaming channel. Oh, accident.
You subscribed to my other channel. Oh god.
That's why I didn't see your. Oh my! I was like, "Where's that video? My subscription."
That was my video from
literally. Okay, now I subscribe.
I created that channel like 3-4 during COVID when I was gonna I wanted to stream games. It didn't stick, but I use that to post Mortal Kombat combos to make them easy to share to other people, and that's what I watch everything on. My video commentary channel is the other one.
Oh my god! Wait, did Cyfax just come up with a new reason to leave an MSK stream? He told me he was
a tattoo appointment. Yeah, go down to Walter's next comment.
Tattoo artist, what do you want to get, Cyfax? Whatever the fuck takes MS. Oh god.
Christ.
Sorry, MSK, I can't. I got a tattoo appointment. Well, Tiny can't have those because her body would explode if she got a tattoo. Her body would literally explode from how much pain that would put her in. Holy crap. All right, so make sure I'm subscribed. Do I subscribe on this channel?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's this one. This one I subscribe on. Yeah, I don't subscribe on that other account because that's James. So if I subscribe to you, it's going to be on this one. Okay. So you were talking about Naughty Dog, Intergalactic. Oh, it's about basically the new Naughty Dog game trailer, weren't you?
Yeah, because it looks like shit.
It looks terrible. I actually watched because you told me about it. So I watched it. It looks terrible. It actually looks like literal shit. L video. I don't know why that was in my recommended, but then you watch. This guy watched. You could just here. Yep. If anyone has videos that they don't want to watch, this is
a dude comments and calls that first dude out.
Then why you click on it now?
I like my comment. This is the only thing I want is for people to wonder why they see my videos. People who enjoy my videos are not worth my time.
I'd rather leave the house, go talk to a real life woman if they let you, and then just take a step back from gooning. Take a breath, man. Everything is going to be okay.
Almost every single person says that I need to stop gooning to online women, and my only comment is, I'm gay. I'm like, why are you erasing me? I don't goon to women. What are you talking about?
This is why I hate people that think like that, dude. Because all their argument is like, well, you just only want a hot women so you can beat off to her. Why are these people just weirdly always obsessed with other dudes?
Because they're obsessed with sex. Kind of like
literally
look at them. Their sex drive is almost as high as yours is.
But that's the thing. All of the conversation now is, well, gamers only want attractive women because they just want to beat off to them. I don't buy a game to beat. First of all, I'm not beating. I would never beat up to a game, a video game character.
Look, porn, I don't need 3 joysticks when I'm playing games.
I can literally type up X videos right now and watch real women get fucked. Why would I want a video game character getting fucked? It's stupid. That's the thing is, why are people so obsessed with other dudes they don't know beating off? That's all the argument is, and it's so disingenuous. It's the dumbest arguments ever. Attractive, he said. Brother, I feel you need some positivity in your life. Oh, fuck, the toxic positivity, people. We're blessed to be able to play these games.
Okay, so this comment got better because I said I have positive. I have Marvel Rivals. I have Black Myth of Kong. And this guy, dead ass goes, Of course, you like those Nazi games.
That's how that's not even a goalpost shift. Malware just moved the whole fucking fence over. God, not every character needs to be Gooner bait, bro. Get some help. What the fuck? I really just don't care. Let Neil do whatever the fuck he wants with his IPs. Yeah, and people are allowed to criticize that if they want to. Why is that the other one not allowed? If he wants to make his pro tags look a certain way, fucking let him. Okay, we can criticize that. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, no,
Who
I agree.
cares?
He's allowed to do whatever he wants, but I'm also allowed to criticize whatever I want.
I love when people start this conversation. Who cares? Then why do you comment?
Clearly, you care. If you're
Clearly, you wrote a paragraph.
Yeah.
You wrote an entire paragraph with punctuation there too. Very cringe. Oh God. Oh God. Oh Lord, man. Yeah, I know those videos. They blow up and you get a lot of retards. Actually, you know what would make it even better now when you have videos like that, dude? YouTube is gonna start adding in voice chat YouTube comments. You can I think it's gonna roll out next year. You can actually do a voice chat and text or a text comment. Could you imagine reading these guys' voice? You know they sound like some nasally basement dwelling fucking losers.
Actually, Siri can be a wither. She has wither blood in her body, and she's already really powerful.
Well, actually, what I said was...
Because I have a lot of people, because I mentioned the fact that the Witcher trailer is bad because Ciri cannot be a Witcher. She is too strong to be a Witcher, and she's a woman, and women cannot be Witchers. And it was like, why can't you just let her be a Witcher? I'm like, because that makes her weaker. If Ciri is a Witcher, she is weaker than her current state as an elder god or descendant of elf blood.
One of the guys told you to play it and make your own conclusion.
Here's what they're gonna do with her. They're gonna make her a Witcher in name only. You will continue being herself.
No, she has mutagens, and she is using Witcher. She's using signs, which is Witcher's weak. So signs are barely magic. They're the weakest form of magic, and that's the only thing Witchers can do. Ciri cannot learn signs because her magic is too powerful. She is physically incapable of learning how to cast signs because she's too strong for them. It doesn't work. And then she's drinking Witcher potions, which only work if you have specific mutagens in your body that are given to you during the Witcher process. And they say that, well, you use the Trial of the Grasses in the third game, and while that's true, you do not use any of the mutagens. So while you basically you have to open an elf's body up for mutation to return him to his normal self. But what they're ignoring is that guy wasn't exposed to any of the Witcher mutations, which is what's the mainly lethal thing about becoming a Witcher.
What did you say to me? You speaking gibberish? Witcher games are always for losers and nerds.
Witcher 3 is good, and it has an amazing soundtrack.
So this is the only thing I'll say. I've never played a single Witcher game in my life. You guys know I don't comment on things that I've never played or interact with in my life. When people say these things of like, oh, but it has a girl now, it's not going to be like the other ones. I don't know where things just get that benefit of the doubt from. I don't know where that comes from. I guess people are just, they want something so badly to be there. They're just like, maybe this one's not going to be like that. I mean, I don't know. It could be a bait and switch. I don't know.
Well, no, they released this series can be the main character, which, by the way, Ciri can be the main character. Geralt doesn't. Ciri is the main character of the Witcher universe. We're just seeing Ciri's story through Geralt's eyes. That's how the Witcher world works. Ciri is the main character, which I'm perfectly fine with because she is a really cool character.
Do you have a PlayStation? You have an Xbox?
I have a PC.
Okay.
I used to have an Xbox, but
Did you play Astrobot at all?
No, I literally can't because I don't have a PlayStation.
Oh, it's everything. Yeah, you go ahead.
I played the one that came with the PlayStation 5. That was fucking cool as shit.
Okay, because I know we talked about porting them both. Having day and date release on PC and for console games. Not yet. So probably next year they do that. Yeah,
they do that for a few games, or some of the games they've done like a month delay. Like Stellar Blade, I think, is getting a 9-month delay, but it's coming out next year.
That's crazy. Spider-Man 2 came way faster than that. I remember, right?
Spider-Man 1 was, I think, a 4-year delay, but Spider-Man 2 was a 6-month delay, I believe.
Yeah.
Or no, it's not out, but it's not out yet. It's still not out.
It felt like Spider-Man 2 was coming really like way faster than the first one.
Let's see. I can tell you when Spider-Man 2 comes out because you can pre-order it on Steam right now.
Give me 1 second here. Yeah, it's just so weird that people are like, "Oh my god, this is you can't do this Gooner bait," and it's like, brothers, we were talking about censoring Stellar Blade.
If you want to listen to Gooner bait, I have an amazing video on Gooner Gate, and I cover that whole topic. It's probably the best video I've done, and nobody watched it because nobody cared. It's only got like 30 thing.
Yeah, you poor man. My video only got 30 views. There are people out there that only get 5 views. You fucking bastard.
Yeah, I agree with WZ. I don't think Astrobot's gonna go Xbox or PC because you need the PS5 controller for like a lot of the shit.
Oh, but also here's the thing. Yeah. I'm not criticizing Astrobot. Astrobot looks like an amazing game. According to Yellow Flash, it's a phenomenal game. And not the one that came with the PlayStation, the one that just came out.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. I have a huge respect for it, but it does not sound like Game of the Year material.
No.
I think
it does not look like it. Doesn't sound like it.
People said, I didn't play Elden Ring either, but people had claimed that you would think more people finished Astrobot than Elden Ring. Because let's be honest here, complicated games like Elden Ring, from what I've seen of like playthroughs, average people ain't getting through that. So they probably finished Astrobot over Elden Ring anyway. They think like, oh yeah, it's a great game. I actually got a chance to finish it, start to finish. Average people are really stupid. And
well, to be honest, I said no when you said it's not Game of Year material. I didn't play the full release, but based on how many times I've replayed the small game that came with the PlayStation, dude, if the game is even half that, I don't know, man. That's a pretty solid Game of the Year. Doesn't have to be some sprawling RPG or some huge storyline. And I love RPGs. That's one of my favorite genres to play. I think just the way the trailer I saw for Astrobot where it looks, and then the gameplay from the demo or whatever you want to call the mini game, it's fun. I mean, that's a fucking badass game, dude.
Yeah, because when it comes to like Game of the Year, this happened last year a lot too. People were like, well, Spider-Man 2 should have won Game of the Year, and then they only showed like cutscene movies. Like, if you want to prove a game to be Game of the Year, show me gameplay. Don't show me a cutscene of the cinematic.
And if you're gonna say this should be Game of the Year, tell me why.
Yeah.
Good. In my opinion, okay, I admit I didn't play Black Myth Wukong either, just because I don't have the money to buy a full release right now.
Right.
But from what I've seen, that game looked like Game of the Year because it had everything, and that's what it is. Game of the Year should be the best game of the year, not necessarily from a sales perspective, but it should be ignoring the only thing that should matter is the game. Hogwarts Legacy should have been Game of the Year last year because it was an amazing game.
You knew they weren't going to let that happen.
It would never have happened, but it should have because it had a good story. It had very good combat. It has perfectly executed combat for the Wizarding world.
Really?
The game, it's basically a combo shooter kind of.
Oh, cool.
But through spells, and basically different spells are different things, of course.
Okay.
And it's all about juggling opponents. So you keep them in the air and hit them with combos. It's really cool.
Okay.
But that game was denied because of politics. Black Myth Wukong was denied, first of all, because of politics. And then second of all, because PlayStation pays Keighley a fuck ton of money. Keighley is in Sony's back pocket to give them as much press as possible. Astrobot looked like a great game, but it wasn't Black Myth Wukong because I don't think it had an amazing story from what I've seen.
You're being subjective there. We like he said, we need to look at it from all aspects and then base the game here on that. I'm not saying Black Myth Wukong isn't a good game. I haven't played it. I hear it's fucking phenomenal. But I only know about Astrobot of all the nominees, so I can't really give a full opinion on them. I'm just saying, like what you just said, that should have been Wukong, and you're giving your subjective opinion on it. Not saying it's wrong. Not saying your opinion's wrong. We need to have, there should be I'm fucking involved in it. They need to have okay, this is Game of the Year. This is what we're going to look for. It needs to top the majority of these categories to be Game of the Year.
Well, I don't think, unless the game just has that good of combat, because I don't know if Astrobot has a story for the most part.
I don't know about the game, but I know this one's just showing you the all the aspects of the new controller, the limits of the system, and kind of like a retrospective of all the last
it looks like
PlayStation.
The PS5 Pro.
years.
Remember when the PS5 Pro dropped? Dude, I've heard no one talk about that at all.
Well, you know what happened with the PS5 Pro, right? The scalpers bought all of them, and nobody thought it was
also scalping disc drives too.
I saw a dude take a PlayStation 5 Pro take a PC tower and like pull it apart completely, put the components into a tower, and that's just fucking. And he put like LED screens on the outside. You can like see the temperature of the computer and other like stats of the computer. You say you can even like play the game on the fucking tower if you switch us to that input.
Yeah.
So you basically bought a new computer for $700.
I just don't get this fucking crazy, man. People are like, well, what if it lags? What the people are like stupid. Like average people are dumb. You guys are right. The average person is literally retarded.
There are problems with computers. For instance, apparently my computer's got a shit graphics card, the 3060.
Yeah.
Like it pisses me off. A Steam Deck, a $400 handheld console, a computer.
How much you pay for
runs Marvel Rivals and Mortal Kombat 1 better than my 3060 $1,200
Steam Decks are
gaming laptop.
really good. Yeah, Steam Decks are great. I actually want to get one so bad.
Didn't it discontinue them?
No, they released a new model that's a bit more expensive.
Oh, because I looked for them a few months ago and it said discontinued.
So there's the Steam Deck. The only way to get a Steam Deck now is through GameStop if they have one. But there's the Steam Deck OLED, which is a stronger device with a better screen, but a little bit more pricey, and you can only get that from Steam's website.
You're talking about the one you have, the Valve Steam Deck, the 512 gigabyte handheld one. You have that one?
I'm not quite sure what
64 gig.
I have the 256, and this is not the OLED. So
how much did you pay for it? You paid like
I want to say it was $350 after the warranty.
Ooh. Also, you got the warranty. Oh, okay, I'm making it.
Yeah. So, but I got a 256 one. So.
Okay. And you can stream off that. You can play all the new releases.
Yeah, this is a Linux computer. It is a computer.
Oh, it's basically just a better Switch then, essentially.
Well, yeah, it is a Switch that runs on Linux.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why this happens, but like you to add on to what you said, what's the difference? Another difference between console and PC is I have Steam. I have games. I bought the Lego Star Wars, the not the one that's open world big one, like the original one that came out on GameCube. Yeah, I bought the whole saga for like $4. I play it on my PC and it freezes, and it'll stop working.
Lego games don't run on PCs with
it'll kill the game.
Ratios.
So, but like other games too, like this is my PC. I stream on it. I do shows. I watch videos. Bound to find a virus somewhere, right? Not my fucking console. That's not gonna happen. I just prefer a controller. I prefer just to lay back and not worry. Is it gonna overclock my PC and burn it up? Now I'm out. However much money I spent on it, you know.
Well, I only play on controller as well. I just took
Walter,
it up
you said you have that one.
I would love to get one of those.
I have a 512 gigabyte Steam Deck. I love it, though. Admittedly, I haven't played it in a while. Okay, like also, so I'll say this because you know how a lot of the new games you download take up a lot of space. Do you feel like 500 gigabytes is enough
Doesn't
space?
Matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let me try that real quick and see where it is.
Use card?
SSD.
Yep.
SD card.
Micro SD. Yep. Here, I can
oh, cool.
How much space do they allow for you to give
as
you
much
more?
stuff on the SSD or SD?
Wow.
And
it doesn't matter. I can put a
who literally have a library of different SD cards and has every game installed that they own.
You're fucking with
me. They just swap out the SD cards.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
I would love
you don't
to
have
get
to like uninstall your games or delete them. You can just keep them on.
This
wow
is 1.5 gigabytes because it was one at the time, and I at one point in time had 40 games installed on my Steam Deck. And because Steam cloud saving, it doesn't matter.
I would love to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, I think I played $350 afterwards.
You bought a 2 terabyte micro SD card? No way you did. You bought a 2 terabyte.
Literally, those are cheap, man.
Those are cheap.
Those are cheap.
No, they're like 500. The terabyte I think is gonna be. Is mine terabyte or gigabyte?
Yeah, because he said he got the one that I'm looking at right now, which is the 512 gigabyte one. Which
the
is
2 terabyte SD card, if I'm correctly, was $150 because I was looking at buying that.
It's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah.
But let's see. On my Steam Deck right now, I have. I'm gonna go to storage. There we go. So my SD card is I have 320 gigabytes free on my SD card, and I currently have 46 games installed.
Wow.
And they're all mostly big RPGs. Like I got Kingdom Come, Borderlands 2, Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky, all the Mortal Kombats, which are all 40 to 80 gigs. So you can store a bunch of shit on here.
I can't play League on it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you motherfucking can.
You can play League on there? Holy shit.
It is a Linux computer. So if you can install Riot games onto the Linux computer and then you hook up a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, then you can play it.
Now we can play League
I have a Bluetooth keyboard designed to play on my Steam Deck.
No, he's giving me stuff to spend money on. No.
I literally
Don't do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
The only thing is, it only has one port. It only has a USB-C port. So I have a USB hub. I have a USB hub that is two USB-C, two USB, and then one HDMI. So I can actually hook my Steam Deck up to a monitor.
I love you.
Love you too, MSK. Also, it's a touchscreen.
I hate you.
By the way.
So if I'm watching porn, I can maximize the part where she's getting pounded.
And you know what else you can do? I don't know how it works. I don't know how well it'll run, but it should be compatible with VR.
WZ's right. Just buy a bed instead, which I already have.
This is me. Just MSK seems like the kind of guy who, if he could, would own a water bed.
Hell no.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Shit, man.
I've seen people do it like what you said. Yeah, you just get the keyboard. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, because awesome. I have like a $15. It was way too expensive for what it is because you could just like 3D print one or get one really cheap. But I have a stand that I just can set my Steam Deck on. I'll hook up 2 controllers to the back, and then I can play fighting games with people, and it runs really well. The only thing that I've ever had any issue running on this is Lego Batman 2.
And if you're already playing that, I would already say you shouldn't be. So you're not a 5-year-old.
So the thing is, the way that the Steam Deck works is it has a special system that allows for really complex games to run with less processes that Windows normally uses. So it's called Proton. It simplifies the running system, so it creates basically fake folders or fake files to run things off of. I'm not quite sure exactly how it works, but the Proton system for a handful of Lego games is broken, and so you have to install a new Proton fix off of the internet to get it to work properly.
PayPal doesn't offer a pay in 400 plan, MSK. If you try to PayPal paying for that, okay, so that thing costs like I think $579. So PayPal paying for would be like $200 some. Nah, I'm good. That's how you get butt graped every time you get paid. You could probably do it through credit. Not credit. You would do it through not PayPal. It is
a credit. It is a credit agency, but it's like what PayPal started out as, I think.
Yeah, so essentially you would pay it through a firm. You would do a down payment of like $70, and then your monthly payment would be like $30-something until you pay it off.
Yeah, I did that with some headphones from a wife's anniversary present, and it was actually really convenient.
Best Buy does really good ones of those.
Because I wanted to use a firm for something. So you said it was actually legit, like they take the money out of your account auto, right?
Yeah, it was I forget the name brand, but it was some pretty good name brand. They just released a new model, and the older model was still really damn good. It dropped it to like $60. I was like, well, shit, I'll just go ahead and do this. I did it. Yeah. It was like $12.99 the first week, and every week it was like $12.99 for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, and my parents were telling me that
did they charge you like card? Did they charge you like extra?
I don't think
doing
so.
It that way? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. I was thinking about doing that though. Maybe just pulling the trigger on something big and just taking it all in my ass. Oh my god.
Like a new console.
I wish I was wealthy, but I don't know. I'm just a black guy.
Yeah, we all know MSK can't buy a Steam Deck because he's too busy buying Rolexes and over expensive cars.
Rolexes or omnibuses, 2 different things.
The omnibus
has more fun with an omnibus than a Rolex.
MSK's boss blew his back out so badly that it benefits MSK to sleep on a hard floor. It helps with the back pain. With WZ, I'm not gay. But let's go Synchrony. Bank handles PayPal's credit. Oh, okay. Yeah. So for me, I couldn't even rent to own if I wanted to because I don't have credit. So I have to go through like other people. It's So there's one that don't do credit like a firm or another one. It's basically a debit.
You never want to do a rent to own. You end up like there was a place that I was picking up something for a friend. We went pick it up like a fridge or something. And no, I'm sorry, we were looking for a new oven. And we were gonna pay it off, just buy it outright cash. And this is back when during COVID, right before COVID, right after it started, like where it was like there was no new components. So buying an oven was almost impossible. You couldn't find them anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We go to rent to own, and there's a PlayStation 5 on the shelf. It had come out like the fall before. I'm like, man, oh cool. And I'm looking at it to pay it all to buy. If I would have gotten it, the $500 system would end up costing me $900.
Yeah, I noticed that.
No. I'm sorry, 1,200 because they charge you like 120% tax. I mean, 120% APR on it. Your percentage rate is like
that is the
fucking
cost
massive.
of my laptop, which outperforms a PS5 on most things. And my computer is kind of shit because it has a bad graphics card.
Yeah. I would never buy anything rent to own ever, unless you could go in and pay cash or just buy it off in one shot. Like, we will have to credit though. Let's say, so hold on 1 second, Arza. Let's say you go into a rent to own and you want to buy a PlayStation and it's $500 and you got like 3. Go put down the minimum and pay it off the next month. It jacks your credit up, and you won't pay much in your percentage in that shit.
See,
the markup.
Why would I get that when I already have a Switch? Literally, the Switch is just gonna be like the Steam Deck. If we're being completely honest here, everyone's like, "Oh yeah!" Everyone who didn't know what a Steam Deck was will know what a Steam Deck is with the Switch, and they're gonna charge you like what, $399? I would say for the base model, probably for the Switch 2.
Oh, yeah. Switch 2? I don't know we're talking about that specifically.
Oh, I forgot to say, I'm pretty sure you guys heard this news a while ago. Both PlayStation and Xbox are going to have new handhelds come out. But they did say these things are like years from coming out.
Well, PlayStation already has a handheld, and it's the Portal, and the Portal isn't really a handheld, it's a streaming device.
They want a better
No. I need to find out why mine doesn't show it, but the newest update, you don't have to turn your system on to play it anymore. You can stream it from the cloud. All you need is Wi-Fi. You don't even need your system to turn on.
But the thing is, it doesn't do any processing on its own, is what I'm kind of saying. Whereas like this, it does all the processing in system.
I got you.
So like I can play this without any internet. It doesn't matter where my computer is. Everything is on here and runs on here. Same thing with the Switch. There's another handheld thing that came out that is it's Acer, I believe. I forget what it's called, but it's got more colors on it, but it doesn't seem to be as good from what I understand. Now the thing that I need people to start realizing is actually good is the MetaQuest. I need more people to get the MetaQuest 3 so they can play Arkham Shadows.
God,
so I can say that. So I can talk about Arkham Shadows with somebody because it's a really good game. All right, but the only thing that I hate that they did is spoilers, if anyone cares. But the twist villain is the Rat King is actually Harvey Dent before he becomes Two-Face. For some reason.
Why?
So this game takes place before Two-Face is formed. Actually, you create Two-Face in this game.
Yeah, but he was a DA. He wasn't a villain.
Well, no, so in the Arkham universe, basically, Two-Face is DID, but switches really fast. So he has two personalities. And the dark personality for before he becomes Two-Face was representing as the Rat King. And then after Two-Face gets deformed, he becomes Two-Face.
Oh. Okay.
And that's why I said it's the Gotham by Gaslight idea of doing mystery. Because in that one, at least in the movie, Jack the Ripper was Jim Gordon.
I muted, so I was just being a retard for no reason.
Oh, you were making noise?
I muted the entire tab because I don't want to be spoiled yet. But no, Gotham by Gaslight's a great story. I like that story a lot, actually. Oh, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. Let me check my PayPal account, see how many PayPal paying fors I have.
But no, I know that when I upgrade my computer, I'm gonna do it at Best Buy because my parents have the credit card and they get 18 months to pay it off before they start charging any interest.
I have. Oh, these are all going to be. These are mostly be completed. This one's already done. I don't know why it's still showing on my account. That one's literally 404 paid. So I have 1, 2.
They got
3.
MSK, guys.
One sec. Okay, so I'll have basically 1, 2 done tomorrow. Essentially later on this week. So let me see.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just have 8 left, but that'll be knocked down to like 4 within a couple of days. So I went a little crazy for this holiday season. Literally judge me. You know.
I always do.
Oh crap. So most of these will be gone, and then once most of these are gone, I'll make a bigger purchase. So that way that'll be the only one that I have for the PayPal paying for us. But I have to make sure most of these are paid up. I'm talking like these have to get down to like maybe 2 that already currently exist. So that's why I have to get most of these done. So I gotta knock off. Yeah, I'll let it get to 2, and then I'll get something big for myself. I know that out of context sounds kind of wild. And
also,
gay.
something else about Steam is they actually made the family system viable.
If Santa Claus is real, he's filling his sack with coal and beating MSK with it. What great clip moment. What the fuck?
You all your antics when you were muted.
Yeah, you're
damn it.
You might have created the next posting MSK's W's video.
Don't forget to tally up all the OnlyFans subscriptions too. I don't subscribe to OnlyFans. MSK pro tip: do less PayPal paying fours and pay them in half each time. It helps instead of having several and you get been paid off sooner. Yeah. To be fair, if I'm looking at it right now, I could just knock off some of these right now if I can, which is actually a good idea. I probably should, because some of these are like literally $8. Like, come on, that's like nothing. MSK pays with his Wendy's 4 for $4 meals with PayPal paying for. If you do that, you're fucking. If you do that, you're poor as fuck. If you ever did that, you're PayPal. Why did they ever do PayPal paying for us? That's the best and worst thing they've ever did for people. They've already made a lot of money when they did that. There's the credit thing you can do, but I don't have any credit. I can't even get through that. Honestly. All right, let me pay off some of these right now because these are easy, like my wife.
So on that note,
amazing. Is there anything else cool that happened this week? Well, MSK pays his bills.
That's how you know we're old. We're just old men paying our bills. No, we got about another good 4 minutes, and we'll head out because I got to get some other stuff done.
right.
I did do a few finals this week.
I have to ship to somebody. I have to ship that thing because I brought my box for that thing.
You've bamboozled Michael by listening to his advice.
Crazy. Wow, MSK actually listened to my advice. I don't listen to white people.
Oh my god, I went to buy 2 subs.
That's what I do because I also do PayPal paying for it. Yeah, whenever I get super big items, like you guys saw me get that like LG monitor that was like 34 inches because you guys know bigger the better, obviously. That was the only PayPal paying for I had for months because I needed to pay that off. Because that was
I feel like if MSK were to get an LG monitor, that ended up becoming an LGBT monitor.
Hey, look, I'm a firm believer in fuck buying a monitor. $88 TCL TV from Walmart works 32-inch for $88, and it fucking lasts hundreds of thousands of hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's LED.
Okay, that one's paid off. These are all $8, and this one I'll pay off that it's $8. This one's already done.
Ugh.
Good. That means the next round of these won't be until literally when I get paid again. So I'm good for right now. So update my fucking account, you piece of shit. All right.
I have a TV.
Or you could be like nowhere near
my. Well,
I wish I had a TV connected to my PC. I only got 2 monitors.
I usually have a TV hooked up, but problem is it's literally right here and it's big. It's not. Let me.
Because I want these all gone basically by next week, which should
So
happen.
if I'm sitting here with the stream on, this is just like whiting out my face.
Oh, yeah. What are we gonna do with this guy? He's so fucking white.
I think you guys should get me on bigger streams so I can surpass all of you very quickly.
Yeah, you keep thinking that.
Fucking dick.
Fucking clout chasing.
Hey,
Fuck.
I will keep the ladder there. I will not kick it out.
No, I have MSK stream play on my $5 Garage Sales tube TV with no sound.
I'm gonna download MSK streams and just put them onto a thumb drive in my Blu-ray, so they're always playing.
There you go.
But he doesn't get any views because it's on the other thing.
I have MSK stream playing on my $5 Garage Sale tube TV with no sound. That's not a thing. That's literally not a thing. MSK clicks to apply for credit and screen just loads and says no. And that's before he even applies. That's literally what happens. It's actually not even kidding. It's literally what happens.
That is what applying for student loans are like today.
Good Lord, man. People don't even read the fine print of that stuff either. There's a lot of forms to fill out.
Because you don't have any other choice a lot of the time. Literally, I was only accepted for, I think, 2 loans, and I had no other way to pay it off. So I'm in debt to a company called Sally Mae.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
It was so much money.
Yeah, I paid so much fucking for my damn loans. It was ridiculous.
Okay, so now at this point, I just have 5, and these will be taken care of. Good.
And I'm not looking forward when I move back in here over the summer. I have to find a place for all of my tapes, my VCR, my Blu-ray, and for my my TV that I got for my VCR.
You see all that shit on the shelf behind you?
This
Or
one?
No, that one.
Just buy a bigger.
This isn't a shelf.
Yeah.
This is my fucking dresser, and it's covered in shit too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Clean it.
That's filled with comics. None of this is. Most of this is not trash. Like this.
I didn't even say it was trash.
This is a calcifer that I made for.
I know. I would never say it was trash, but find a place to store it. If you want to keep it, find a place to store it.
That's what that's for. But that's also overrun. One of my dresser drawers is a junk drawer. Everything else is closed but one drawer, which is filled with junk.
What if I start calling myself the Backshot King?
My closet is filled to the brim with boxes of junk. I have a lot of stuff.
Get rid of some.
And no, MSK, don't do that. Don't do that, please.
Don't call myself Backshot King. That
Please
that
don't.
would sound kind of gay.
Yeah, it sounds like you're the one who's receiving them.
What are you talking about? That's really gay.
Yeah, and you are too.
I'm extremely straight.
Sure you are, bud.
But no, yeah,
Right.
yes, no.
So-
Yeah, so I love having the gaming talk with you guys, but and people understand I have some plans for gaming coming up in 2025 that I'll be unveiling very soon after I get these PayPal Pay in 4s taken care of, so I can purchase this 1 or 2 big items, so it won't actually ass-grate me whenever I get paid. So it'll just be a 1 inning in my butt, and it'll just be once. It'll be once every 2 weeks, and it won't hurt as bad when the 3rd time comes through. No.
MSK keeps getting financially ass raped. He's gonna end up having a financial anal leakage.
God, man, it's no gayer than Top G. Top G. Oh my God. No, Top G does not mean top gay. What happened?
Oh,
Power
bottom
bottom
Gs.
G.
I don't know, man. I was on Power Bottom G's and I was told you're not on that show anymore.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. There's no more Flavor Day shows. It's just fucking Monday.
I miss Power Bottom G's.
That was never a show.
I loved it, dude. It was great.
Is there some lore that I'm missing here?
No, when I had the Iron Man podcast, I
you
named
after.
the day special things. Wednesday was Wednesday Top G's, and then WZ said rename the show to Wednesday
Power
Power
Bottom
Bottom.
G's.
And I'm like, that's gay.
And
We
that
love
became a
Power
running
Bottom
joke.
G's and Tuesday. Oh my God, Tuesday's one was cool. I liked all the
Tuesday-
names actually, but I was
Tuesday
never gonna
show.
do a Thursday show called Thursday Power Bottoms with no one there but myself. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, I'm more surprised when MSK puts himself at the top of the panel list.
The MSK reboot was the worst thing to happen to America. Yes. We are all creatively bankrupt at this time.
Should have known it. I'm gonna assume MSK was white back then, and he got woke. He was just race swapped.
He was whiter back then.
I can't wait for this entire segment to end up on posting MSK's W's. Still one of the best videos ever made.
All right, we've now 7 minutes past the 4 minutes left.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No,
the show was supposed to end 5 hours ago. I'm kidding. But no, before we go, I do want to say shout out and thank you to the new guys who came on. Obviously, Bob, Cyfax, and Sammy. Who else we have? Slater. That's Slater. Yes.
Old man Slater.
All of those. So Slater and So Slater will be on Wednesdays too. Yeah, Sammy's just only on for today because he has all of his stuff going on. And Cyfax would have been on Wednesday, but he has a tattoo appointment, like Tiny has a dentist appointment. But you'll see Cyfax on Saturday, and you'll only see. So basically, you're only gonna see Bob and Sammy on today because Bob he fucking works 7 days a week. He's a nurse, so he is constantly working. Let's just say that.
I've got to ask: do you guys think that MSK is jealous that Tiny's at the dentist?
Why?
She's
getting
technically getting drilled.
I'm just pointing out. That's the only time she's ever getting touched anyway.
You made. Oh God.
That's the only time she's ever getting touched. So
hey, MSK, by the way, MSK, that's how you do a sex joke. One where you have deniable plausibility, and it isn't just fucking your wife.
Who do you think
you gotta be clever with it?
Tiny or my wife? I don't know.
And that's called not being clever with it. We have had it. This is how you do a sex joke. That's how you don't do it.
Don't point at me. Point at him.
I did. I pointed up there.
No, you're pointing at me.
No, it was like this.
No, you're pointing at me. You're pointing at me right now.
What do you mean I'm pointing
That's
at you?
me. I'm above
on
you.
On my video.
You need to switch yours around because you're on me. You're pointing at me.
Is showing me that this is the correct way to point.
Nope, that's me.
That was before this went woke. Oh my God. If I ever go woke,
wait, so you're telling me
life.
Wait, okay, let me refresh the YouTube feed. I gotta see this.
So to us, your dresser is on your left.
All right, so if I put up here,
that's me. What? Don't move.
I'm not.
I'm gonna send you a DM.
What the fuck? No, why?
Point. Point the right direction you think it is.
No, I just watched it on the YouTube feed.
You need to switch yourself here. You can flip yourself backwards here in StreamYard.
I did that. I told it to do that, and so when I point up here on Streamlabs, I'm pointing at MSK on Streamlabs.
You need to change it there because it's flipped you back.
How about this? Turn your entire house around. Just
move your door to the other side.
Oh shit!
I was set to mirror my camera. Is it not mirroring my camera?
No, it's not. If you're pointing at me thinking it's him, it's not.
Oh, Tuesday. Oh, I didn't actually end that because I no one did anything wrong. The problem with Tuesday is that Tuesday it's really hard to technically find consistent people on that day. Plus, it's the first day I actually have off on the weekend. I kind of just wanted the day to myself again. I've been streaming on Tuesdays for the last 4 years straight. I was like, I need this day off. I need to have a day where I could just maybe do a one-on-one and then maybe do a game stream.
Yeah. I mean, you need time, man. You need time.
So for this year, I'm going to be replacing Tuesday with another day we're already doing. So Thursdays, as you guys know, I will usually take a day off from this show. So Thursdays moving forward, we might have something consistent. So you'd have basically Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, actually, and you would have technically Sundays off and on with Savage Dad. I mean, keep in mind, me and Savage Dad's last show was yesterday for this year, so you won't be seeing Savage Dad until 2025. That's because he's just really busy. So that was his excuse. I have the holidays. Leave me the fuck alone, black man. I watch MSK.
I have no doubt he probably said that.
I honestly watch MSK streams for the character progression. That's a lie. To see this journey, his apartment made between the seasons is some of the best character writing in media. You're making a Morbius joke about my life?
Hey, his apartment.
Oh, God. fuck your free time, just work. No, man. Like, yeah, the thing is, it was just so hard to string together a consistent group of people on Tuesdays. And to be fair, it's a major work day for a lot of people. It's actually better if we just do some one-on-ones on Tuesdays and just maybe because me and Sam
I've never been invited to a one-on-one.
Because you're gay and I'm against your people and your kind.
Well, he's only half gay, so you only against half of him.
Exactly.
No, eventually, to be fair, I do have to do one-on-ones with you guys again because fucking hell, those kind of got retconned.
Well,
technically,
Walter, the bed character is gonna have a resurgence in like season 7 as like the twin of the bed with the same brain of the other bed. You know, like a soap opera.
This is California. I was living on my own on my first. That's my second apartment. Yeah, I've had 3 apartments. 2017 to 2024. I had my first one.
Damn.
First part of 2024, I had my second one, which is literally just 5 feet over. Literally just 5 feet over. I actually like that one. That one was way better, honestly. It was right next to the trash can. You just go outside, literally just throw trash out. But this one obviously is way better. It's the biggest place I've ever had. It's the biggest thing I've ever been inside. And it was great.
It's nice because this is free because it's my parents' house.
Yeah. I tell people this. If you are still living home with your parents, it's fine. The economy is pretty bad, and a lot of people are. It's not just a you thing. It's a lot of people are doing it because it's fucking hard. It's not even that, man. You literally, if you do not have credit, you can't even apply for an apartment now. You can't. Back in the day, you just go to the fucking manager, fill out background check. It's yours.
And you had a key before you walked out the office.
Yeah,
I applied for an apartment 2005. My credit wasn't that bad at the time. But my job, I didn't make 5 times the rent, so they wouldn't rent to me. Next place I went, they said we can make do with the order. You only make 4 times the rent. I'm like, if I make the rent, everything after that is none of your concern. So if your rent's $700, if I don't make $3,500 a month, that's not your fucking problem. As long as you get your 7, that should be what all it's about.
Because the COVID situation, if you don't make like 5 times the rent, they don't even look at you.
No, it was like that before.
Yeah, it was just getting worse. It just got worse.
Yeah, so I left, went to another apartment complex. They said your credit's not 850, so we won't even consider you. And it wasn't like a nice place. It was I guess I'd say mid-tier, lower tier apartment complex. They were like, your credit's not 850. I said, everyone here is credit of 850. There's like 35 cars that are falling apart of like rust and falling apart in here.
Yeah, the place that we were living when this house was being built a few 3 years ago, fucking atrocious. It was right next to the government sanction, like where the government puts kids fresh out of the foster system. Yeah, like government housing. It was horrendous. The crime was really bad there, and it's like that's the best that we could have gotten. It's kind of insane.
Yeah. Oh, Michael has a good idea, man.
No, I'm gonna do that.
Get one. Get one. Doesn't matter if it's like a 28% APR. Get it. Use $70 on it. Pay it off. Do that for like a year or 2. They'll fucking probably give you a $3,000 limit, but don't use it. Just keep it like small purchases. Your credit's gonna fucking max out.
Use it for OnlyFans subscriptions, PayPal paying fours. Use it for everything.
And pay it off, dude. You have 850 credit in no time.
All right, so we're gonna head out of here in a little bit. We'll start with Arza for outros. Damn, we were introing. We were just going off. Holy shit, that was so fun. Oh my god. And also, I always prefer a more talkative show. If when it feels like there's too much down air, it's just not good. Yeah. But we don't. And keep in mind, whenever I had too much down air, I felt like no one was trying. Those episodes got deleted. So every episode you're gonna see is quality content and consistent. You can put out consistent quality content. Do not let the naysayers trick you guys. Just apply online. Super easy. They'll send it through the mail. True. Our advice goes in one ear and out the other. Also true.
Remember, I think we talked about this. Nerdwallet.com. Go there and look. It'll tell you the best credit cards for you.
So which one seriously slide up?
Whatever one you get approved for.
Okay. Yeah. So next year,
I know where you're going with that.
I was just going to say whatever one you can swipe a stripper's asshole with.
I knew where you were going with that. That's why I said anyone you get approved for.
Yeah. All right. We'll start with Arza. What you got planned coming up for the end of the year?
Cool. Just more daily videos. Every single day I push out a video, and it's going pretty great as it is. I have hit my goal for the end of the year, but that doesn't mean I don't want to keep growing. The more I grow, the better, of course. Unfortunately, puberty didn't know that. I know I'm going to be on a show later in the month, but I need a bit more details about that, so I'm not going to share exactly where yet, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty frigging fun to do.
Save your money and stop buying hot coins, MSK. If anyone gave money to that fucking bimbo, you're retarded. Oh
but
my
this
God.
is I'm almost on with finals, and then next semester is my last semester of college. I graduate next in the spring.
So hell yeah!
And maybe more YouTube time.
I'm looking forward to you not finding a job in your field and being laden down with debt. Looking forward to that.
Yep, because I'm only graduating the bachelor's. I won't have a master's or doctorate. I'm probably going to take a year off before I go back to school, at least. Just try and get some work experience done in my field. Problem is, I'm a psych major, which means it's an overly bloated field.
Yep.
Crap.
Yep. So it's like the nurse practitioners. That's a bloated fucking field. People still, it's like one level below a doctor, but you are a doctor essentially.
I'm actually competent at everything I do, so I will be able to climb ladders a lot faster. But the problem is, I got to get into the door. Now I have a really good track record with interviews. I never failed an interview.
Huh?
Which is pretty cool.
Oh, I failed dozens.
Just do the Family Guy one. Don't say doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Doing your.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Doing ya fun.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Fisting your butt? Oh God, never say that. You would be thrown out of the building. You could get a job from James to clean MSK's apartment because he never hired anyone.
Look,
and
I'm actually really good at cleaning. If I was hot, I would totally get one of those manny jobs.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Like
at cleaning,
shirtless guys cleaning. Or like guys in kilts cleaning.
Yeah, but
it's a real service.
Wait, dad bods are in demand right now.
Cougars do like dad bods. You're right.
All right, Darnell, what you got planned coming up?
Well, tomorrow night at youtube.com/@MrBurger317, it is the quiz time with Darnell Quigley, Quizmaster Darnell Quigley show, 8:45 p.m. Central Time. Come check it out. Participate in chat. You'll earn points. We're going to give a belt away to the champion. I don't know when it hasn't been decided when, but the chat I think will be winning a belt as well. Friday, insert title here with Drunken Emerald Arrow. That I think is a later start time, and then Saturday with this beautiful man after I do Curse of Strahd with Nate, Full Metal Nate, and I think I'm doing Space Jockeys. We're doing a secret. Is it secret level? It's called on Prime.
It's supposed to be called Space Honkies.
It's a secret level is actually pretty awesome, man. I know people like give the Pac-Man episode shit, but if you go into it not thinking like, oh, go to skip Pac-Man, it's actually pretty fucking cool. And the Keanu Reeves Armored Core episode, fucking fabulous.
I need to watch that because it looks phenomenal, honestly.
It is good. Dude, every episode was well, I mean, the Warhammer one I didn't really care about because I don't care about Warhammer, but it was good. So thank you for having me again tonight, my man. I appreciate it coming here like usual.
Yeah, sorry you got a little chaotic earlier, but it's always fun.
It happens.
Chaos is chaos.
Yeah. Chaos? You mean the Sonic villain? That was a Sonic joke there, guys. It's okay.
Michael, don't matter if you suck. Come and take part, bud. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine, man. I was gonna read his comment anyway. Yeah, the only reason why I can't, I only know a little bit about that era as far as like trivia and movies.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna take it out of just music. I know he has plans for others. He had plans for others too, but I want to do video games. I want to do movies. I want to do like different like eras so people can have feel like, hey, that's gonna be a cool episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe in one night, one night a month or whatever, have like here's some music questions, movie, game, all in one night.
To put together one for something. It was gonna be Batman related actually, but I have to.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, I was gonna do it for a special, but turns out we started going off the rails and talking about fucking Shroom people getting their dicks cut off. So, yeah, kind of went off the rails there because it was crazy.
Christmas Fantasy.
Christmas Day next Wednesday.
Is it really?
Yeah. Next Wednesday is Christmas, and Tuesday is obviously Christmas Eve. So I'll have to talk to the guys and see if we're going to be on here for Christmas.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's next week, not this week.
Oh shit,
the week
yeah,
after.
It's a hard week.
Yeah, maybe potentially we might not have a show next Wednesday. Potentially,
I was about to say I've seen a lot of shows taking like a week or two off for the holidays.
Fuck that.
I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of people do it, especially like family.
New Year's.
New Year's is the first videos around Christmas.
I hate New Year's. I'm not a Christmas fan either, so I don't care
about
it.
God. I'm gonna have my. Yeah, this is my last free week because next week is my holiday season where we work 6 days both weeks. That's it. We're getting fisted.
At least you get holiday pay, right? Hopefully. I tried.
You're funny. You're funny. You're funny. They do something kind of similar, but on a more smaller scale. But it's
yeah.
I don't
like basically
you get like a bonus for working.
About $50 extra for showing up.
Yeah, it's like which is kind of dick. It's actually
pretty good.
It's dick for y'all, but I mean, yeah, it's a little.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know,
I thought of it that way, and I was like, you know what? When you actually see your paycheck after it's over, you're not even mad. I don't even care.
No,
it's so big I can't even fit it in my mouth. So, Christmas, yeah, I'm probably just gonna go sit on Santa's lap tonight. Honestly.
I'm like MSK. I'm not a huge holiday fan. I have my reasons. Lots of like negative memories with the holidays.
Yeah, for me, after certain thing happened, it wasn't even really just that. I just don't care for them anymore. It's like I had enough great holidays. I had great holidays as a kid to last a lifetime for memories. I'm fine.
I'd much rather go to a movie theater and just spend the whole day watching movies.
See, I love at least love the idea of Christmas, but most of the really cool Christmas stuff you can't do as a single guy. So.
Oh, yeah.
There is that. You know, after my kids get their gifts Christmas morning, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm ready. Let's move
well, that's
on.
the thing here is it's not the fact that I work. It's like if I want to get something, I just get it during the year. And
that's how I feel too.
I buy people gifts all the time. I'm like, I don't want to save the gift until the end of the month.
Why I like Halloween. That's why I like Halloween more because Halloween you get dressed up. It's candy. It's fun. I like Halloween. It's my Christmas. It's way more fun.
And, like my wife doesn't understand. I never like for anything. My birthday, anniversary, Christmas. I don't want a gift. When I see something I want, I'm gonna get it if I can afford it. If not, I can wait till I can afford it.
Literally, you know what I asked for my birthday? Anything. I asked my parents to buy me Horseman because I didn't feel like paying for it myself.
Oh well, there's that.
Yeah,
it was already coming out. It's something I already wanted. So
you guys asked me in the group chat. Well, you guys asked me in the group chat what I want for my birthday. I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I already got everything I wanted this year. And anyway, a clean bill of health is fine and good enough for me. Just being able to live. You know?
Yeah. Fast internet, clean bill of health.
That's because work is so people understand work is so hard those weeks, man. It's not that it's even hard as it gets more work. It's just tedious and it's even more intensive than it normally is. So I'm glad when it's over. I love when holidays over.
Christmas Day was the worst as a first responder because you had so much shit. Oh yeah. That was one of the worst days. It was Christmas Day and New Year's Eve.
If people want to celebrate holidays, that's fine with me. I'm not gonna shit on someone's parade. If you like doing it, I'm that's really cool. But like this year, I sent stuff to you guys, and that was just good enough for me, honestly. I'm like, hey,
wait, what?
I sent stuff to like Chaz and
yeah.
I'm good enough for that. Maybe I should ship her a dildo.
Oh, good lord!
I think her mother would drive to where you are and like beat you with it
in an instant. But you know what, MSK, you letting me be on your show is gift enough for me.
Oh, fuck off! God, what made you hate League? No. I have. I think I told you guys this before. My computer, the one I have, I bought this like in 2018. This can't really run new games at all. I would legitimately have to get a new PC. It would have to be a brand new PC or a Steam Deck or a new console. So it has to be either one of those to play new games.
You should play fucking PlayStation with me, dude. I've been waiting for someone to play with me.
What about Nate? He's supposed to be doing dueling with you in Fortnite.
What? His PlayStation broke. Remember?
Oh fuck yeah! Because he tilted it down.
Yeah.
No, Nate, what are you doing?
I haven't played games in like fucking 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
get something that's crossplay, and I'll play. Get Marvel Rivals, and I will play Marvel Rivals with you. It's cross.
I would need money. I would need money for that.
Marvel Rivals is free. What are you talking about?
Marvel Rivals is free. It's a free game.
Wait, what?
It's
on
free.
PlayStation?
You trolling
It's
us?
free on everything. Rivals
literally
is
Are
free.
you fucking kidding me?
No, it's
No,
free.
I swear to God. I swear to God, it's free.
The
It's
only
literally-
thing you pay for is either the battle pass or skins. The battle pass is $5 and never expires. Skins are skins are expensive though. I don't like
guys,
the
he's
cost.
fucking with us. He's trolling.
You are.
Did
You
not see
guys
the
are
ad?
screwing with me.
No, my Rebels is free, dude.
I understand not knowing that it was free because we just had Concord, which is $40 for the same kind of game.
We
But
don't
Rivals
talk
is
about Concord.
actually fun.
Why? Okay, why have you not said that before in the chat?
I didn't know you didn't know. I
didn't know
figured
you
you
didn't
did.
know. How would you not know it's free?
I'm not fussing you. I'm fussing him.
What did I do?
He's like,
No,
y'all get it. Y'all get it. Y'all get it.
No, I did. I specifically said that it was free and every character was free to play.
said
at
in
the
the
beginning.
group chat
I
too.
explicitly said in the group chat that it is free because I wanted you guys to play with me.
I apparently already added it to my library and now I'm downloading it.
It's so good. It's so good. I
People
made.
paying for a PC. Yeah, that's how you get death.
Have you tried it, MSK? Do you know if you can run it?
I don't. Oh, maybe.
Because
That's it. I kind of want a Steam Deck anyway. It looks so cool.
Oh, it runs on. Yeah, it runs really well on the Steam Deck. The only thing that's annoying is you have to deal with launcher pages
I have
first.
Epic Launcher here, so I have Fortnite here as well. Let me see if I can. Oh, I just don't think I
Right.
can.
So just a heads up, we're 25 minutes past when you want it to stop.
Oh yeah, you're right. So thank you guys for checking
Yes,
out
sir.
my butthole. I'm kidding. So I have clipped. I know people love the content I make here. I have clipped out segments from the shows. Okay, they are going to get released. They're already done. They already finished. I have to upload them. So consistent content in a shorter time frame is my goal for 2025. Obviously, I started it this month in December 2024. Iron Man podcast episodes uploaded to Spotify, and then after I do that, then I'm going to be uploading the episodes of this show to Spotify. And yeah, just going to work on getting the rest of my news content done for the rest of 2024 and try to have most of it done starting February 2025. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys know my goals here. You're going to be seeing some one-on-ones to potentially have these people on panel shows. If the one-on-ones go pretty solid, okay, but not panel worthy as a guest, then we'll just keep them to one-on-ones every once in a while. But do expect a Thursday show one-on-one that is going to be leading into something more consistent with said person. But yeah, expect to see some new faces around here because all you guys are replaceable, so I can get rid of you eventually. I can put Nerdrotic and Yellow Flash.
ESG score high if you get rid of me?
Yeah, you're right. You're a DEI hire. Holy shit. The chat has been there for 6 months. Show wraps up. Oh my god. You guys fuck off. We need Anna. Anna. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going into that right now. So, she's white, so no. 4 to 6 hour wrap-ups are the go. Oh my god, you guys are assholes. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. We're gonna see you guys. I don't know when we have the next show, honestly. Do we have any shows Tuesday? No, we have no shows Tuesday. Unless I have one-on-ones, then I'll probably just play League tomorrow and just get content done. And I have to send this thing out tomorrow, so I gotta make sure I package this and ship it out. Other than that, unless I have a one-on-one tomorrow, you'll probably just see me play League, and we'll be back here for another panel show on Wednesday. So see you guys later. Have a great week, everybody. Hope you guys have a great Monday.